Oh, players may or may not still be watching this, so apologies, players, for interrupting your lovely video. Super engaging, I'm sure. Hello, Internet. It's us. We made it. As you can see, today we are testing out a PNG tube or a VTuber rig for the players to see how it works, see if it's not as, like not that much different from video, actual cameras, in hopes that our future players can be, allowed to not be on camera. Sometimes people don't want to be or just don't have one, and that's fine. We want to make sure that they get the opportunity to play. So we're testing out today if the PNG tube setup is working. Margot, Valiant, whoever's out there and paying attention, let me know if the voices are too loud, if the music's too loud. It looks a little high right now. I'm gonna turn it down right meow. As you can see, the little PNG tube avatars light up when the person speaks. That's why mine has its mouth open and nobody else is moving. Say hello, players.
Hello.
Hello, players.
Look at them. They all popping up. How cute. In the future, our lovely artist Jackie Day will have completed these. We'll have colors options, and they won't look like they're done in pencil. They'll be inked and stuff. It'll be nice. Margot's only job is to be everywhere at all times. That's literally the only thing we pay him to exist for. That's, that's his job value. And what do you expect? What do you want? Okay. That all looks good. We can see the roles. We can see Foundry. I think it's all there. It's all in place. So, turn the music down. Welcome to the 31st Annual Goblin Games, players. Today, for you and the viewers, we're talking about a group of goblin tribes having sent their best fighters, their most creative murderers, their, silliest billies, for whatever reasons, out to the grand arena, and there they will compete in a variety of mostly fun, sometimes deadly games to see who earns the right to be the leader of the grand goblin conglomerate this year. These happen every year. As you can see, they are annual Goblin Games, and so next time someone else may lead, but today we find out that someone from your tribe will be the leader. It may not be someone in your group. Maybe you're a group of representatives for a chieftain somewhere, but maybe it is someone. Maybe you plan to rule. We'll find out. Though, the first thing we're going to do is talk a little bit about Foundry for some of you who've never played it before. Foundry is the virtual tabletop system we're using. Those of you who may be in the know about the group or the area in general, Roll20 is very common here. I prefer Foundry. For those of you players, there are no character sheets for this game. We were only going to be asking one question about who you are, and the only setup you need to do is to grab those macros, drag them down into the hotbar. Viewers, I talked about the macros to the players earlier, so I'm hoping they know what I mean when I say that. Players, if you don't already have macros in your hotbar, now's a good time to ask if you haven't found them. Good. So, next up, we'll talk about a little bit about who we are. I'm Dean Randy. I'm the only person not playing any goblins today. I'm just playing the everything else. In the counterclockwise order of the stream, we'll start with Malik. Malik, tell me about your goblins.
All right. My goblins are of the Boulder tribe. They are very weirdly shaped, kind of round and fat, but it's like a firm fat, And where they live is these rolling hills, and so over the thousands of years, their legs have become kind of sickly and small, but with large round stomachs and decently sized arms to help pull themselves and roll around. Normally they are very slow, but when they attack, they use their body weight to kind of throw themselves.
Do they eat rocks?
They do. They do believe that the rocks will help them firm their rollingness.
And if a small elven boy in green clothing were to show up, would they help him?
They would not. They would either roll over him or try to eat him.
Duly noted. All right, Link cannot come here. Okay. Chaos, tell me about your goblins.
Hello, everybody. I am Chaos, and today I'm going to be playing with the Totemics. They are a tribe of people who are goblins, that are very, very tattooed and come from a place where they worship and have put great precedence on the animals around them. They also are all wearing this very iconic armor that have these super large shoulder plates for whatever reason, with these flat platforms on top of them, but have iconographies of different animals. Specifically, each one of them have a certain animal chiseled into the side of these shoulders. They're very normally built but tough goblins, and they have their singular shaman or leader has this very basic appearance to them, with just like a singular loincloth with very colorful tattoos across them.
So you got one basic bitch and a bunch of animal guys.
Absolutely. And
Excellent.
The leader is a man of little words.
Indeed. Strongjaw, tell me about those goblins.
All right. My goblins come from a tribe that are all thieves and try to sneak and steal to survive. The issue was they, whenever they got caught and were running away panically, they would just drop everything. So the shaman had come up with an adhesive to just lather on them so they can stick things to their body as they run away, and they're known as the Sticky Bandits.
Interesting. And do young, pale white children commonly defeat them in their efforts?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Honestly, the younger and smaller, the harder it is for them.
That makes sense. They are awful slippery. Stickman, tell me about your goblins.
Well, my goblins hail from the Hit Hard tribe.
Oh, Hit Hard.
As the name implies, it's a culture built around hitting things.
Do they
really hard.
Do they really struggle with people not understanding that there's a space there? Is it they often referred to as the Hithered tribe?
Yeah, that's a bit of a thing they're going through. Marketing isn't the best with these guys, so there's a bit of confusion sometimes. And my representatives are actually all brothers. 6 brothers.
The 6 brothers of the Hit Hard tribe.
Yep. Harry, Larry, Barry, Terry, Carrie, and Jim.
Oh, Jim. Is Jim the shaman?
No, it's Barry.
Damn
Barry's
it.
the shaman,
Damn
obviously.
It. No, it wasn't obvious at all. I was... no, Canna! Tell me about your goblins.
Okay. My goblins are from the Goblin Marches. They are the Finless, north of Highmoor. There's around 400 of us, and we disdain contact with any other race except to enslave them. Our main goal is to seek and unite the goblins, and we do not have names.
No names.
We are an amoeba.
Just an amoeba, one ball of goblin.
Organism. Yes.
But then how does your poor, lonely 6 feel separated from the other 394?
Goblins are always strong together.
Oh,
and there's
okay.
more goblins here.
So as long as there's not only one, you're always still okay.
We're always okay.
What happens when there is only one?
We'll see. Maybe madness.
Hopefully we don't have to find out. That sounds
Maybe
terrifying.
not. That sounds very sad.
Yes. Well then, perhaps it's time for some games. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you all here to the 31st Annual Goblin Games! It's very important to us that everyone feels safe and protected. Nobody should be leaving the stands. The goblins want to cause ruination, a bit of rumpus, a bit of death. If you leave the stands, you have signed a waiver that says you signed away your life. Goblins are allowed to eat anyone who falls out of the stadium. Goblins, please make your way into the arena! Woo! Everybody's happy! Yeah! We see our groups of goblins. 5 lovely goblin tribe groups of varying shapes and size entering into the arena from the western doors. Our goblins look like maybe they don't belong. Maybe they're not the kind of normal types. They're not always green. They don't all have sharp teeth. They look like they come from various different places and times and activities. Some of them have tools, some of them do not. Some of them look like they may have smeared themselves in shit and think that that was how they got ready for their day. Nevertheless, we find them entering from the west side. The players and their goblin groups march along the entry field into the central arena. Out into the fighting pits, where the first of the games will take place. I knew I'd forgotten something in my prep, and that was to get goblin miniatures into Foundry. I'll do that shortly. Let's see, make sure the arena is visible. It is, okay. So, goblinoid groups. You arrive into the arena, the fighting pits, and begin to spread out, not sure who your enemies or who your friends may be, what your challenge might come down, and you see a powerful, well-storied, well-known goblin, Wizakix, the inventor of cool stuff, appears as if magical wizard, which he probably maybe definitely is, in the center of the arena.
Goblins! My fellow people, all ye who come from near and far, I wish to welcome you to the 31st Annual Goblin Games. Now, if you would be so kind, spread out into the eaves of the arena. There you will find your preferred tools awaiting you. If you so desire, you may choose your tools, their tools, any tools you can find, but the main aim of the game here today in this arena is to survive. There will be lions, tigers, and bears, and several other smaller but still deadly denizens of the forest. You have 30 seconds to prepare before the cages are dropped in. They're hungry, little goblins. Hungrier than you, for sure. We made sure of that when we fed you. Ha-ha! Now, get ready!
And his illusion disappears. The 5 of your groups spread out into some random corners of the arena area and begin scrabbling around for tools. Apparently, when Wizakix said tools, he mostly just meant rocks and sticks and stuff, but they're there. As you can see on the arena, there's a lot of leftover, like from previous fights, skeletons of animals recently passed, perhaps the recently dead, and amongst some of those bones, you may even find a low-quality weapon or two. If your group would be doing anything in particular, anything special that they would prepare, knowing that they're about to be in combat with some hungry animals, now's the time to declare as such.
I personally would like my goblins group, being ones of nature, see a good advantageous spot in the top right corner and would like to get as close to as tall of objects as possible.
So you're planning on climbing some?
Perhaps. If it could avoid danger or possibly simply get me higher up into the air.
Indeed. Anyone else?
My goblins see these stones, kind of like hills in the top left corner, and like moths to a light, they just start rolling towards them, just picking up little stones along the way and just eating them, getting their bellies nice and firm.
Delicious, delicious pebbles. Okay, I'm grabbing some goblin tokens. Goblin tokens.
You said there's sticks and rocks?
Many sticks, many rocks, sometimes bones. Occasionally low quality weaponry, such as short swords or clubs.
I think
goblins- Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think my goblins would try and find as many rocks as possible and just load up on rocks in their pockets with the occasional stick in hand.
Excellent.
My goblins will make a quick prayer to Maglabaguette, and then they will find as many rocks and stones as possible, and whatever sticks, any weapons they can hold in their hands.
Do you often find that Maglabigot responds to your prayers?
He's the one that keeps them in an amoeba.
Ah, the one who lays claim to the ball of goblin.
Mm-hmm.
I think my goblins will actually swap out their sticks.
Okay.
And you said bones?
Yes, there are
I think they would-
bones.
I think they would for bones. So
Okay.
if they can scrounge any bones up, we use those instead of sticks.
Alrighty. Do you think they're finding lots of small bones, or are they trying to find like large club-sized bones?
Club size. Those ones hit harder.
They do. Alright,
I would say for certain that my goblins as well would be gathering up smaller bones and putting them into bags to make some sort of rattles of sorts.
Ah, yes, intimidating noises. Very goblin. Alright, we've shamelessly stolen a variety of goblins from Roll20 and their token templates. That's what we're about here in Goblin Lands. Theft. What kind of goblin pays for anything? Literally none.
Expect nothing less.
Why would you? I will grant ownership to these. Ooh. Oh, no, we'll have to get rid of them, then grant ownership. Okay. Configure. There we go. Canna. You're the only one who doesn't have a Roll20 background. You should be able to move your own goblin, is that correct? Canna. Can you drag?
Yeah, I can't. I can make a box around it, but I can't drag it.
Well, it's too late then. Okay, so everyone has been placed in various portions of the arena. Someone has made a dot. Oh wait, did you move it? Did it work?
Felt like I might
I
have
can
moved
see you
it.
selecting it.
Yeah, I'm trying to with the highlighter on there, the selected targets, but no, it's not letting me move it. Just let me select it. Yeah.
Ah well, such is life. Not important. So, you've been spread out across the arena. You've gathered your various tools. And it is time to begin the combat. Now, for the benefit of the players who've never been told the rest of the rules of the game, and for the viewers who didn't know there were rules to the game, I will explain them in short now. This is a D6 success-based system. The degree to which you succeed is based on the number of successes you achieve. When you roll, as we can see here in the little chat bar, the rolling box for those of you on stream, it will tell us how many successes there are. The number of goblins you have is how large your dice pool is. As they die, your dice pool gets smaller. The likelihood and the degree to which you are successful lowers. A 0 successes, whether you have goblins or not, is not an abject failure, unless you'd like to describe it as such. What it is an opportunity to succeed at cost. That you are willing to sacrifice some number of goblins in order to succeed where you might have failed. Alternatively, in some very difficult encounters, you may find that 1 or more successes is not quite enough. But zeros are always, succeed at cost or elect to fail and not lose any goblins in doing so. So, as we proceed, we will find that there are animals being released into the cage. Enemies have arrived, and it's time to fight. Being dropped inside are what appear to be perhaps wizards' constructs. You were told there was going to be a lion, and there is, except it looks like it was made from a small child's chalk drawing.
Okay.
Doesn't look too tough.
Not at all. Certainly angry until it draws the teeth in. Rawr.
Oh shit.
Let's get some orange going in there. Oh yeah, very lion. You didn't even know there were lions this big in the world. So, your first opponent is dropped into the arena with you. Standing just to the south of the central pillar, the crayon lion arrives, roars mightily, rah, and begins to turn its head. You were told it was hungry, though it appears to be two-dimensional. Maybe it will gain 3 dimensions if it eats you? Hard to say. For now, I would like everyone to roll 1 goblin, and we will see who goes first. How are you rolling 3 successes when you're rolling 1 goblins?
It's a good question.
That's a good question. I clicked 1 goblin.
Let me go look at my... Why is 1 goblin 6 goblins? 1 goblin. Save. Why are they... What? Did none of these save? Is that what happened? Did I just, like, not... Yep. Literally none of the rolls saved. All the other parts of the code are the same. All right. Thanks, Foundry. You're cool. I love you bunches. Okay. Let's see. Save. 6. Okay. Yes, everybody's good. All the text is right, though? That's so weird. Okay. Doesn't matter. Someone try 1 goblin again. That's... Okay, that makes more sense. I think we're good now. Hopefully it auto-updates. You don't have to retry, but I'll delete those. Delete. Now everyone rolls 1 goblin.
Yeah.
So, only Stick is last. Everyone else goes first.
What is this?
All goblins going first to get to act simultaneously. I don't care in which order you decide to go, but the stuff is timing. What do you want to do? Let's do it in the order that we have it here, though they will in real time act simultaneously. Chaos, what are your goblins doing?
My goblins, as they always will, to prepare for a battle, will execute at the command of from their leader. Will stack up on top of each other, their feet on each other's shoulder pads, making a, as of right now, 5 goblin tall stack.
1 5 goblin totem directed by the shaman.
Yes.
Excellent. Who's on top?
Currently, I will put Tuk on top, who
yes.
has the iconography of a demonic fey creature.
Tuk, the fairy goblin, stands atop the totem. Malik, what are your goblins doing?
Okay, so my goblins, seeing a lion for the first time ever, they run into the walls and pretend to be stones. They just the only thing they know is to hide and pretend like they are part of the rocks, hoping that maybe these other goblins will take care of it for them.
Flee into the rocky stones, huddle up as if they are one with the walls, and await safety. Next up is Strong. What are your goblins up to?
Similar to the last person, my goblins are terrified and not very confrontational. So they will try to scale the nearest pillar of stone or stack of stone they can.
Hiding atop the stones.
Yeah, making sure the shaman gets up top first to be the safest.
Yes, the safety of the stones for the shaman. Yes, makes sense. Stick is last, so Canna, what are your goblins doing?
Who's closest to the old lion?
Whoever the top right goblins are is probably the closest. Since he's rolled poorly, we'll make that Stickman.
Okay.
As further punishment for being unlucky.
Okay, we're gonna move half distance to Stickman.
Okay.
One of my goblins is gonna kind of sit in the back, and he tore off a piece of his clothing, and he's tying one of the bones to a stone to make like a crude axe.
Gotcha.
The other 5 are gonna be running to kind of support the closest person, because their mentality is just to help their teammates and help any other goblins in their dire circumstances.
All right. Stick, your goblins are busy, I don't know, picking their noses. They haven't really figured out what's going on yet. They seem slow to react, but you see some other goblins running at you with weapons in hand, perhaps trying to do battle. But first, it's the lion's turn. What? You're last, I said. Not last of the goblins, last.
This is so... Oh!
The lion looks around hungrily, wondering where he should go, who he should eat. The closest goblin tribe is the Stickman goblins, but close near behind them is Canna's goblins as well. 2 sets of goblins easily within reach of the crayon lion. I need each of your tribes, Stick and Canna, to roll your full pool and see if you are able to evade the Crayola lion and its advances. A pair of 4 successes easily evades the lion. It charges in and smashes into the stones beside you. And you can see that it actually does seem to rub some of its Crayola body off. It becomes slightly less substantial when it slams into the stone. But it recovers swiftly, turns towards Stick, who is the closest. Stickman, it is your goblin's turn.
Well, at first, seeing a bunch of goblins with weapons coming towards me, Goblin's initial reaction was to fight back. But seeing this lion approach us, well, now we have to fight.
Of
My
course.
goblins will all approach the lion, bones in hand, and just start swinging.
All right, roll your full pool. See if you can strike a Crayola lion.
No.
A singular success. Only one of your brave 6 goblins is able to muster their might and find a purchase with the Crayola lion. It is a sad, paltry success. You see a blow from a nearby bone glance off the Crayola shoulder, and the bone just comes away slightly red. You're not sure if that means blood, but it is a redder bone than it used to be. The lion roars, angry and upset. And we've come to a new round of combat. Everyone once again roll 1 goblins. Stick is no longer last, but Malik is, unfortunately. Canna is now first, having rolled 1 success.
Okay, so we're right next to this rock now, right in the middle, to top left of the Crayola lion. We're gonna try to scale that. Is my goblin completed with the axe in the back yet, tying it together?
Yes, he has completed his crude weapon.
All right, he's excited now because he saw the red come off on the Crayola, and a bloody axe makes him just absolutely excited. So they're kind of frenzying at this point in time because that color is very trademark to their god, so they feel it's a sign. They're climbing up the rock ready with their stones to throw, and they collected as many stones as they could along the way, so they're trying to just do some long range damage with some stones and see what they can hit, I suppose, if they climb up that rock in time.
Throw the pool, see how it goes. 3 successes, much better than Stick. Obviously more prepared and not surprised. We see several stones and even a red haphazard axe come into contact with the Crayola lion, and all of which come away red as they bounce towards the floor. The lion doesn't look any smaller, though. All of your small, tiny goblin attacks don't seem to be doing a whole lot, though you did find purchase several times. Next up is Chaos.
Very well. My goblins will approach the creature, knowing that it is a affront to nature, as it is a horrifying depiction of what is normally a beautiful creature, and will Tuk from atop of the stack will leap off of the top of it, lunge his rear end towards him as the other goblins shake bags of bones to influence him and attempt to crush the head of the lion.
So Tuk leaps from the top of the goblin totem, attempting to hit him with the old ground pound from his butt, and the others shake their bags of bones. All right, roll me your full pool. A 3 successor as well. Tuk discovers that while he was feeling tall and huge atop the totem, he is but a small goblin compared to the lowliest of creatures. Compared to a Crayola lion, he's itty bitty. And so, as you approach, we see Tuk leap off, shaking all over, and slamming his face into just one Crayola eye. Comes away with a very red bottom, feeling slightly waxy.
Very well. He shall, after completing his attempted attack, he will return back to the stack, and he will put himself in the second from bottom place. Twoke, the frog goblin, now on top.
Ah, yes, Twoke, the best of all jumpers. Next up, we have not Malik because he's last. Stick.
Well, being the other goblins charging in and attacking this lion thing, Harry, Larry, Terry, and Jim will surge forward and attack, while the other two will move back a little and throw rocks instead of their bone clubs, and we'll see who hits and who misses.
All right. And what is Barry's shamanistic feeling about how this is going right now?
He's cautious, seeing that last round, seeing how poorly it went. He's not optimistic, but he's not counting the boys out just yet. We'll see how it goes after this roll.
Indeed. 2 successes, only very slightly better than last time. You're starting to get into the rhythm of things, but not having a lot of success yet. Some of the red comes away from the Crayola Lion once more, and we see it grow ever so slightly shorter. A little bit of red Crayola has fallen away, and perhaps the goblins are starting to make a little bit of progress after all. Next up, we have... I've lost my tab. I've lost it. It's gone. Aha, I found it. Strong!
Yes, now that my goblins have scuttled up to a safer and advantageous position, they're gonna find any rocks they can on this side of the ledge of these rocks and just chuck them as hard as they can. Hopefully not hit other goblins.
You found several things, some of which are stone. You're quite certain they taste like rocks. Others are not so much. Hidden within the bowels of these stony walls are some other non-rock-like substance or objects.
Can I inspect these non-rock objects?
Yes. Why don't you roll me 2 goblins, and we'll see if your shaman and a buddy can find a smart... Hey, 2 successes from 2 goblins. Your shaman recognizes these as some nasty human toys that end many goblins' lives with big booms. These are sticks of dynamite.
Oh. And how many did you say I found?
Several.
Oh. Well, we might as well try one out now.
So you pull one of these sticks of dynamite from the rubble, light it up, and hurl it across the scene. Roll your full pool and see how effective you can be. 3 successes. The dynamite flies into the scene, and I need 3 goblins from my trio who are fighting in melee.
Oh no.
Okay.
He's the goblin.
Who am I missing? Canna?
Oh, am I there? Am I in the goblins? There's 3 goblins in...
Are you not?
No, I thought all of mine were standing up on top of the rock.
Oh, okay, who else is there? I've forgotten now. Stick's not there. Oh, Stick and Chaos are there. Who else is there? Who ran in first to... No, Stick and Canna. And then Chaos. So yeah, it is you, Canna. You said you were closing the distance to help somebody.
Okay. 3 goblins?
Didn't you?
Well, I said mine. They were all up on top of the rock, throwing rocks down. Is what their whole primary attack was.
Oh, gotcha.
It was their secondary move because I moved halfway, so I wasn't sure.
Okay. I'm gonna put you right here, so I don't think you're in melee. All right. Never mind. He rolled successfully anyway, so it didn't matter. The goblin groups are able to dodge very narrowly, get a little scorched but not killed, as a blast seems to rock the poor Crayola Lion. It yowls in pain as angry blue, no, not the selection tool, the drawing tool. Angry, what are you doing? Don't do that. Stop with the, there we go. Angry blue lines appear on its body. It appears that the dynamite was highly effective, and the Crayola line is now hurting deeply. Last up was Strong, which means it is the Crayola Lion before Malik, who is unfortunately rolled to be last. The Crayola Lion, roaring in pain, now launches his attacks at anyone within range. He moves up and starts to spin about wildly, lashing his Crayola paws. I need full pool rolls from both Chaos and Stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Several good successes as you do manage to find safety. The totem crumbles and the goblins scatter for a moment before they stand once again totemically. Stick's goblins burrow into the dirt and pop back out. The Crayola Lion, looking angry and nearing death very suddenly after an explosive attack. We have Malik left in this round.
Okay, so question.
Yes.
Am I close enough to see that he was throwing what I perceive as explosive rocks? From the mountain or no?
I believe you are in a different alcove here, so you probably saw an explosive. I doubt you saw that where he got it from.
Okay, so out of fear, Shrig the shaman is gonna yell boom rocks to all of his little goblin friends, and they're just gonna keep stacking boulders around them, very frightened, not knowing what's going on, thinking that the mountain is gonna fall.
So you burrow deeply into the stones, hoping to avoid it falling on you?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, they are terrified by these explosions.
By boom rocks, yes.
The only thing that they know closest to this is an earthquake or a volcano.
Makes sense. You, remind me, is yours the clan that eats rocks?
Yes.
All right. You find yourselves eating many stones. Roll me a 3 goblin pool to see if you find yourselves any peculiar stones as well. Just a single one. Somewhere deep within the stones, you find an accidentally glowy stone, and it is already in some goblin's mouth by the time your shaman notices. Would your shaman allow them to eat it?
The shaman would take it out of his mouth and hold on to it. Not sure what it is, just thinking that it's some special rock.
It is definitely a special rock, but its properties are unknown at present.
It's his special rock.
Yeah, special rock. All right, we move into the third round, and things begin to change as the crowd roars. Someone outside on the outskirts is starting to rile them up. That's a clapping crowd. What a terrible sound effect. That's not the one I wanted at all. Oh well. How about this one? There we go. They're kind of cheering. Yeah. Yelling about it too. These are terrible sound effects. Oh well. They cheer. And you look out, those of you who are not currently engaged in melee, so the other 3 groups of you can look out and see that Whizzakix is out on his hovering scooter bike that he stole from a powerful human wizard. And he's riling the crowd up before gesturing back at the arena. And you hear roaring out of the crowd,
Well, they've got a good start of it, don't you think? Yeah, woo. And now we'll turn up the heat as we add in our second beast. Behold, the great square bear. The square bear is released into the arena.
to greet the poor players who have not even finished off with their Crayola lion. Stop with your selection tooling. Thank you. Square bear. Rawr.
Is he the same size as the lion?
It's approximately lion-sized, yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, great.
Okay.
And he has an uwu face.
He
for
does,
fuck.
exactly.
Woo bear.
The squoo-woo bear.
Woo-woo, nice.
Squoo-woo.
I'm happy it's close to you guys.
The squoo-woo bear
He's gonna
enters
roll
into
with
the
us.
arena and looks much less fearsome than the Crayola lion, but still probably deadly to many small goblins. We enter round 3 of initiative with 3 different combatants. We roll 2 goblins to see who goes first, second, and third.
Fuck.
Aha! So, Strongjaw's clan goes first. The Stickman group goes second. Canna and Chaos third. Strongjaw! You've got 2 opponents now. Are you on mute? Am I on mute?
No.
Oh, good.
Push to talk to not work for some reason.
Ah.
Seeing that I nearly killed some of my, attractive meat toys down there.
Yes.
Want to avoid that. So let's chuck some more explosive rocks at the square bear. Close.
Ah. Changing targets, trying not to hurt some of the other goblins. Excellent. Throw your pool.
That was a 6, right?
Yes, currently 6. No one has died yet. Still 4 successes. Good rolls all around. No one has lost any goblins. We see another boomstick fly through the air, landing close to the squoo bear. And a great deal of damage as an explosion rocks the side of the arena. The squoo bear cries out in pain, the high-pitched squeal. Ah! And we see angry yellow lines all over its backside. Excellent. The second round goes, and the squoo bear, having just recently received damage and very angry about it, looks like he was planning on taking a nap, but instead will be approaching those who throw angry boomsticks and rushes across the arena, slamming into the stone wall. And I need a 4 goblins roll from Strongjaw. 3 successes. Your goblin tribe manages to hang on to the stones after being rocked by the squoo bear. Luckily, for now, you're safe. My second round, Gobos. That is Stickman. Stick, you're up. What are you doing?
Well, we just saw a bunch of explosions happen,
Yes.
and we're feeling it's maybe not too safe to be in melee range of this lion thing. So they're all gonna back up as far as they can to the north, as far as they can.
All right, you're trying to... Oh, nope, that's the drag tool. Yeah. Yeah. All right, you attempt to exit to the far side of the
And-
stones.
Well, okay, are we still within rock throwing range?
Yes, you could reasonably throw rocks at anything in the arena.
Okay, in that case, these 6 brothers will all pull out another rock and chuck them.
Attempt to hurl stones.
Lion.
Roll your 6 goblins. 1 success across 6 goblins. 6 goblins are very disappointing at this combat thing so far. Your brothers did not come prepared.
Nope.
A tiny red stone falls to the ground, and we move forward to Malik.
Okay, well, they just saw this giant squoo bear
Yes.
roar by them.
They did.
So now, because it's out of view, they don't know where it's at. They're going to attempt to climb up this mountain to get a vantage point.
All right. Climb up the stones. See if you can find a tall place to be. And there it is! The squoo bear trying to rattle one of your fellow goblin tribes from their perches on similar stones as yours.
So, the largest of the tribe, Gorug, he is going to punch himself in the stomach and throw up a rock as a projectile at this schoolroom bag.
Ah, yes, of course. Just him, though. No one else attacks.
Yeah, just him. The others aren't quite as large and rotund. He's
Makes
kinda
sense.
like
Yes,
the
yes.
carrier of the rocks.
Indeed. So, all right, roll me 1 goblins. Ah, unfortunately, you've rolled a 0. And as we discussed earlier, rolling zeros is bad. This could mean that your poor rock carrier dies, or he simply fails.
I'm gonna say instead of a rock ejecting out, it gets kind of stuck in his throat,
Here. All right.
and he just chokes.
He begins to choke there atop the stones. We may have our first goblin death if his companions, his clan, does not come to his aid soon. But before then, it is the Crayola Lion's turn. With only 1 set of foes in range, it turns the entirety of its intention towards the Totemic clan. Uh-oh, indeed. Angry and vengeful. I need you to roll only 4 goblins, as it is too aggressive to roll with your full pool. Still, you achieve some success, and you find that several of your goblins are wounded, but not killed, as the bottom 2 of your totem ladder are scratched heavily with Crayola claws. You've got large, red, waxy wounds across their chests, and they're not looking very good, but they're alive for now.
Quite hard to find them amongst the other colorful tattoos in the goblins.
Yes.
But they're not happy about it.
Now we move into the last of our round, which is Chaos and Canna. Chaos is first. What are you doing?
In an attempt to regroup and continue upon the plan that the grunts of our shaman have expressed, they will try to stack up on top of each other, and the frog goblin, Twoke, shall try to leap on top of the center pillar if it is within range of his jump.
So the group of you shimmy sideways, and Twoke leaps up atop the pillar.
And without any sense of combat in mind, simply wanting to convoke the spirits as they do throughout their entire lives, they shall begin shaking their bags and singing as the frog goblin on top leaps around, emulating a frog itself.
I see.
As they try to channel the animals of the world.
Roll your full pool for me. With 3 successes, the shaman feels the animal instinct of the world responding to your ritualistic dances, and Twoke's legs grow 6 inches. He's almost a full halfling in height all of a sudden, and can jump much higher for just a moment. The goblins around cheer, ah, yeah, ooh, ah, because it worked, as it rarely does, but every now and then, the animal instincts seem to take hold.
Absolutely, and with that advantage, I believe that Twoke will leap down and take the lowest spot on the
totem. Make
and
them
with
extra
his
tall.
new invigorated frog extra leg length strength, he will leap up them and try to almost Newton's cradle the goblins up and try to attempt to ram the head of the upper goblin, which is now truck the bear into the jaw of the lion.
Excellent, yes, of course. On your next turn, we will find out if Truck is able to do serious damage. We come to the end of our round, and the announcer, Quizzickwix, I've already forgotten his exact name.
Wizzikicks,
Wizzikicks,
the creator of cool stuff.
The creator of cool stuff. I was pretty close.
Amazing! Who could believe that the goblins of the various tribes could do so well? Well, goblins, we have a surprise in store for you. Look to your left! And all the goblins
Look all around, because none of them are facing a uniform direction. So, left is a very unclear instruction. But the goblins who are not actively being murdered look to their lefts. And somewhere on the western side of the arena, they see what looks to be a large, oversized box has been wheeled in. and out of its top seem to be crayons of all colors and shapes.
That's right! Please do be obliged to use the crayons to your particular desires. And speaking of crayons...
Sounds like a segue into a sponsor.
That's right, everybody. We'd like to let you know that this year's 31st annual Goblin Games is sponsored by Rozola. That's right, the crayon and rose art combination company that went, combined after the both companies went under last year. Rozola! Get the wax on it. Now, we enter the 4th round. Everyone roll for me 3 goblins. Ah, no zeros this time. Excellent. But only 1 3. Chaos, you're first.
As we explained in the prior round,
Yes.
I shall attempt to slameth upon the head of the bear
The
goblin.
slammer thing.
Front.
Roll 6 goblins.
6 goblins.
2 pitiful successes. However, you get a bonus success for your frog legs, having charged up last round. And you get 3. We see the head of the Crayola lion slam into the sky. It roars in pain. And as your bear goblin's head comes away, we see that the chin of the Crayola lion has been severely damaged. It is now caved in, looking very pained. And we move forward. The Skoo-Woo Bear slams once more into the stones, attempting to dislodge someone. Definitely someone. Probably Strongjaw. If I think.
That would be me.
Yes, I remembered correctly. Good job, brain. Make me a full 6 goblins. 2 successes is not enough anymore, as the Skoo Bear has dislodged a great deal of the stone from this barricade. We see the goblins tumble down into the arena floor as the Skoo Bear's turn ends. We move on to the 2s, which is just Canna.
All right. So I don't think I actually got a turn last round, so I'm
You
gonna do
didn't?
something.
Damn
Yep,
it.
so I saved it too. So I'm
Oh,
gonna do
yeah.
I'm gonna do something super special this turn.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead, since we're kind of secluded right now by ourselves. We're gonna go ahead and make a little prayer and see if we can maybe get a perception check using that prayer, any type of power, to see if there's anything around us that we can collect as a weapon, whether it be handheld from an old corpse or some of those blowing up explosive rocks that they have no idea, they just saw them flying.
So are you searching the barricade or are you searching the ground?
Anything that we can, because we're up on the hill, so we're going to use our sight advantage to look for anything. and run and
Gotcha. All
collect
right,
it.
roll me the full pool to see if last turn you could have found anything. 3 goblins. Yes, you found a cache of discarded gladiators' weapons, actual bladed metal, which is very rare for goblins.
Okay, all right. So we will flank the lion right now with everybody.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
One little swarm.
And roll a unfamiliar with blades. They
You
just
have no
start
idea.
smacking them with the hilts, pushing the sides into them. The lion does seem a little bit annoyed by the one cut it gets, but the rest of you are just rubbing flat metal blades against his
Hitting him on
side.
the flat side.
Yes, yeah.
Yep. All right.
But you still got those blades unless you end up dead soon. We move, unfortunately for you, to the Crayola Lion's turn. Now, with 2 groups once again in close proximity, you both have your full pools, but you both must roll against death. Roll, Chaos and Canna. 6 goblins. Excellent. Well, almost excellent. Chaos's goblins having already been injured. One of the injured so you've got like goblins 2 and 3 are your current injured. Goblin 2 takes another long cut to the chest, and we see him fall out of the totem. The others on his shoulders tumbling to the ground. He's not dead, but he will be soon if not treated in some capacity. Canna's goblins with the flats of their blades managed to dodge ever so slightly. We move to the last of our groups. Malik, then Strong, then Stick. Malik, what are you up to?
Okay, so first things first, Scrug, the smallest of them, will take a small rock and try to smash it into the rock that's stuck in Gorug's throat, so he doesn't die.
Excellent. They climb up large Gorug and pull from him with great force the stone.
Do I roll one goblin for that?
Well, would you like to make an attack out of that, or are you trying extra hard to save his life?
Just trying to save him.
Then I will let you roll 3 goblins with their tiny hands trying to aid one another. Oh no! Oh no! Gorug! Our first goblin death arrives as Gorug cannot get the stone dislodged from his body. And he chokes there on top of the mountain. We see Gorug tumble down to the edge. One giant goblin down. Bleh. Alas, we mourn ye, Gorug. I will not take you have 2 other goblins if you'd like to do anything with them this turn.
Okay, so Shrug, after getting this first colored rock, is now obsessed and sees what he thinks is a box of more colored rocks. So he's gonna command the remaining 3 people to go and retrieve him more colored rocks.
Okay. So they head deep into the crevice and look for several more of these colored stones. Go ahead and roll 2 goblins. All right, good. You are able to find a small cache of still glowing rocks. These look to have some sort of the big people writing on them. You're not certain what it means.
Okay, more rocks.
Yes.
He's pleased though. He's happy. We just have more rocks.
Several more colorful, glowy rocks. All right, we come to the bottom of the round. Now, when you said you were going to the colorful, does that mean you wanted to go to the crayons, or are you looking for more of these stones?
Crayons.
Oh, okay. So I'll move you over here.
They use their fat bodies to roll down the hill.
Yes,
and get momentum.
indeed. So you're able to retrieve. Now, the crayons are fully goblin-sized. They're huge. So the 2 of them work together, let's say, and pull one big crayon out of the box.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Move to the top of the order. The lion, the Crayola lion, is looking much the worse for wear and seems to be preparing to use some sort of specialty attack. You can see him rearing up on his hind legs like he's about to do something dangerous. Everyone, roll me their goblin pools, and if you're down 1, your max pool is lowered. Roll the whole pool if you have it.
Everyone?
Everyone. Okay. So, we see Canna coming up first.
We'll go turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's up on his hind legs right now.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna try to sync as best we can together and chop one of them legs completely off.
Hell yeah. You are not rolling very good, sir. I'm gonna need you to go back. I'm gonna need you to, to do better if you want to live. You put the blades deep inside the Crayola lion's 2-dimensional frame and forget that you're supposed to pull them out, so you just stab them in. You're like, yeah, and it's just in there. It's doing something. He's not happy about it, but you don't seem to have severed a leg.
Ooh. Okay, so he's still in the movement then for
He
his
is.
special attack. Okay.
Yes, he's standing up, standing and standing. Stick, you also have time to react.
Okay. Well, seeing him rear up on his leg, we're gonna try this again, and all 6 goblin, while the brothers are gonna throw more rocks at the lion.
Okay, the rock throw. 4 successes is much more than 2. We see, as it rears up, many stones pelt into the back of its head, coming away red and waxy. It continues to rise. Someone is soon to be in danger. It's the Squoo Bear's turn, though. And so, we see the tumbled group is in danger. I need a full pool roll, and every success that is not gained will be an injury.
No. I believe I may have also been skipped last round, but we can get to that.
Oh, am I also attacking you right now?
Yes, you are.
Oh, no, that seems silly. But last time, in the past, before this happened, it was your turn.
All right, well, they will just stick their sticky hands down into the piles of bone and whatever else is down there, and will just try their best to claw and shove it into this bear to put it down.
Trying to put goo on him? Is that what I'm
We're
hearing?
trying to stab him, so...
Oh, you want to stab him? Okay.
Or bludgeon him if there's no
Sure.
actual
Okay.
items around.
All right. Yeah. So you grab all the pointy and hard things you can find and make an attack.
Exactly. Is that 6 then?
It is. 4 more successes. So before this turn had started, you found a great deal of pain and anger from the Squoo Bear. Right in his midsection. Ow. He's so sad about it. Then his turn came up. For real this time. And he approached with anger and blood, leaking green square blood all over your bodies. I need a 6 goblin roll, and everyone who does not succeed will fail. Another 4. Much better rolls than Stick. Stick needs to learn. Canna too. Wait, no, Canna's the one with terrible rolls. Yeah. So,
My God, you jinxed me.
luckily you weren't rolling for anything, or you'd be dead right now. So, strong. 2 of your goblins get caught in the green, slippery square blood on the ground, and find themselves tumbling beneath the jaws of the Squoo Bear. Luckily, his canine large teeth are made of adorable, just kind of raw adorable, the element. And so when they crunch down, it doesn't seem like your 2 goblins are injured, but they do disappear, as you, at least temporarily, are down to 4 goblins, as the other 2 have been swallowed within the Squoo Bear. They kind of giggle and laugh as they disappear down his gullet. They're probably fine. Maybe, probably. Definitely, probably, maybe. Yeah.
Surely. Probably.
Yeah. Next up in my order, let's see. We had Canna, then Stick, and I've got my 2s, which is strong. Yes, strong. So, 2 of your goblins just disappeared. The other 4 staring in the Squoo Bear's face.
Seeing that nice green hole in its torso forming, they're going to try to make it larger in attempts to free their 2 fallen comrades. Or at least swallowed comrades.
Yes. An unfortunate 0, as the Squoo Bear opens its new secondary jaws in its chest and swallows a 3rd goblin from the Strong clan. Currently down to a pitiful 3 goblins, as 3 are currently in a squarish, waxy hellscape. We find the lion's turn. The lion, angry about all the stabbing, turns to find Canna and his men and women and other. It does a flying donkey kick. Oh wait, no, it was rearing up for its special attack. That's right. I'm glad I remembered that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten to do cool things. Never mind, I backtrack. He does not go find them. Instead, he roars. Ah! And you see from his mouth spews liquid crayon as hot wax rains down upon the arena. And everyone within melee range, which is Canna and Chaos, needs to make a full pool roll, whatever that is right now. And if everyone who fails is injured, or if they're already injured, they may find themselves dead. 3 injuries.
I have one that is simply very injured. It is not yet technically dead, right?
Correct.
So
he is still capable of rolling.
So would I only roll 3 then?
You're not in melee, but yes, you will be rolling 3 for the time being. So only for melee of the Crayola line. So with 2 injuries, let's see if you're unlucky. On a 6 of this die, it is the injured one the injured one is one of the 2 hurt ones. That's only a 2. All right, you have 2 injured. In addition to your other, so you have 3 injured goblins, Chaos, and also Canna, 3 injured goblins, but not out of the fight.
Okay.
We move to the last section of players, which I believe was Chaos and Malik. Yes, so Chaos, you've got quite a few injuries.
I do. So as we will always do as a goblin tribe, we will stack the injured person on top of the totem, as that is always the safest place to be, as high up as possible.
Of course.
And they will attempt to tactically flee for now, as they flee. The ones who are neither running at the bottom of the totem pole nor injured atop will begin to shake their bone bags and attempt to very likely fail at doing so, but pray to the spirit animals that the injured goblin is healed. They will not attempt to do any actual physical medicine for that.
Gotcha. All right, roll me 1 goblins with no risk of failure, just to see if the gods are listening.
1 goblin.
The gods are not listening at present, unfortunately. They already granted you their might with the frog legs. Perhaps next time. You flee in hopes of rescuing your injured goblins. And we move to the last, which I believe was Malik.
Yes. So question, so I only have 4 goblins left. Are they split 2 and 2, or are they all by the Crayola?
I'd say they're all over there. It sounds like a lot of work to keep track of.
All right, perfect. The shaman is going to yell, "Colored rocks better," and command them to throw the Crayola crayon, the Rosola crayon.
Yes, the Rosola crayon.
They're not going to aim at the lion, but they're going to chuck it to the other goblins, so that way they have a fighting chance, seeing that their weapons are doing nothing to this horrific beast.
All right, you try to throw it to Chaos's goblins, who seem to be running away, or Canna's goblins.
We're going to throw it to the brave goblins.
The brave goblins, all right. Roll me just the 4 goblins. As long as we can get 1 success, the crayon will reach them. Oh, it flies directly into their hands. It sails like a paper airplane, and Canna's goblins receive the massive Rosola crayon.
What? Oh, maybe we stick this in it instead of the sword.
Seems like an idea. But until then, we've reached the bottom of the round. And so, Wizakix, the crafter of all good things.
And now, we come to the apex of our battle. We can see that they've found the Rosola crayons. We know that they know what to do. It looks as though one of the goblin tribes has tried to help another. Very uncommon in these games, an alliance. Who knows what they'll do next? But first, a brief word from our sponsors.
Yes, it is me. Wait, that's not the voice changer. Yes, it is me, the Robot from the future. Please do avail yourselves of some snacks from the concession stand. There are
8 different types of hot dog, all made with different meat. Mm-mm-mm.
Into the final rounds of our battle, we roll with our full pools, whatever they are, for order of actions.
Question.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I lost 1 goblin, so I'm at 5. not
Correct.
4,
That's
right?
accurate.
Oh no.
So for
You're at
the
3
turn
right
order-
now.
Okay, I wanted to be sure.
All right. We have. I'm gonna give Malik the 4 he rolled with his 4 goblins instead of the 1 he's got with his 5, because he's at least rolled it first with lesser chances. So Malik is first with 4.
Okay, well, now that we have done our part and helped them, the goblins are just going to start eating as much of these Rosola crayons as they can.
Okay.
They want to save these for later.
Yes, that makes sense. So we see all 4 of the goblins climb into the Rosola box and start to attempt to chow down. Roll me 4 goblins, and we'll see if any of them absorb magical crayon energy. One of them, only the shaman, figures out what to do. The rest of them just have waxy Rosola crayons in their bellies. But the shaman, he recognizes that there's power in the waxy rocks. And at a future time of your choosing, so long as you remember, because I'm going to forget very soon, you may exercise his magical wax powers. Next up, we have the 3s, which is Chaos and Stick. Chaos.
I shall, now that we have made some distance from the enemy. I believe that Tammy, the eagle of the group, has come up with an idea and will begin to grab as many sticks and stones as she can around her and formulate a sort of weapon in the shape of a chair.
Okay. I'm listening. So you've got a chair made of random junk.
Absolutely, that is the plan.
And then are you going to leap off the top ropes of the wrestling mat and slam it into them? What is this chair's goal?
That is exactly what my goblins would attempt to do, is stack up on the top of each other, and then perhaps there's a more accurate name for this move, but Tammy will leap from the top of the stack and attempt to slam the chair.
Give him the
top
old steel chair. All right. Okay.
Perhaps not the lion this time.
Yeah.
But actually with the goblins attempting to currently eat crayons.
Wait, you're gonna attack the crayon eaters?
That is the plan, yes.
I see. Okay, so roll me, I don't know, half of your goblins, rounded down, to see if you can construct a chair.
So half of my goblins.
So if you're currently at 6 or 5 or what?
Okay, I believe I'm still at 6.
Okay, then 3 goblin. All right, so you are able to craft a chair out of generic stone, iron, and wood bits. It's not going to hold up for very long. You really wouldn't think anybody should sit on it, but it probably hurts if somebody gets hit with it.
This is the plan.
Okay, and you want to rush over to the crayon box, the Rosola box, and attempt to whack somebody.
Off the top ropes.
Off the top
Maybe
ropes.
do like a backflip and hit them backwards. with it.
Okay, roll me 2 goblins, as that's as many as you can use to aim this special chair attack.
Go.
2 successes on 2 is pretty good. Roll me. Let's see. Let's say the shaman is busy eating the magic wax, and the others have finished eating the non-magical wax. So roll me 4 goblins to defend against a chair. That's 3, which is more than 2. So you see this goblin with a ramshackle chair coming over on a ladder of other goblins. Leap into the air and screech his death screech, I guess. And luckily, deftly, you tumble out of the way, and the chair crumbles back to bits.
They did it with no grace. They were just scared and fell off the box.
It's just like, ah! And falls. Okay. Alrighty. Stick.
Okay, well, seeing as it worked well last time,
Did it?
actually,
Is
no,
that what happened?
no. Well, I know, I think we skipped my turn last time, but whatever.
No, you just did. You ate rocks. You did rocks.
Yeah, that was 2 turns ago. I think you skipped me last time.
You've done rocks every turn. What do you mean?
Mm,
Let's
Okay,
throw
whatever.
several rounds of rocks then, if that's what you want.
So, no, the shaman, Barry, sees on the ground larger rocks and is telling his brothers, the rocks are working well. If we hit hard with a small rock, we can hit harder with a larger rock. So
Oh!
the brothers will move forward, and there are larger rocks, and they will attempt to take 1, maybe 2 of the larger rocks and hurl them at the Crayola lion.
Rosola Lion.
Rosola, sorry.
Sponsored by Rosola.
Sponsored by Rosola.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll for your large rock.
So that's a full pool, right?
It is.
Okay.
4 successes, excellent. The large stones crashes into its back, and we see a great deal of damage along its backside. It's starting to look like it's on its last legs. Now it's your turn again, as we skipped you last time.
Hey, it worked well once. Let's do it again.
All right.
Larger rocks. Let's go.
Now 2. It's not as much, not nearly as good. This rock was actually several small rocks that the goblins had pushed together in hopes of fooling the shaman into it being a big rock, because big rocks are heavy.
Damn it, guys. Come on.
You see a significantly lesser amount of damage to the backside. We move forward to the Squoo Bear. Bearing down. Bearing. Down on only 3 goblins remaining. Roll your 3 goblins and see if you can survive another attack. Oh no!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, indeed. We see all 3 remaining goblins swallowed up by the Squoo Bear. And inside, we receive special knowledge. I need you to roll me a full 6 goblins, Strongjaw. 3 successes. We find your other 3 get inside and find the first 3 feeling perfectly fine, hanging out inside of a Squoo Bear. There's some sort of mechanism, and you see what looks to be a small swarm of pixies are controlling the animatronic Squoo Bear. How do you respond?
Well, now with the might of all 6 goblins, we're gonna fight these fairies to get out of here.
Hell
and
yeah.
Take over control of Squoo.
Squoo. Roll 6 goblins to see if you can start a fight with the pixies. Oh, yes! You immediately terrify them out of their control, and they just disappear in a small swarm of fairy dust. And you are now inside alone, the animatronic Squoo Bear. Next turn, perhaps you will take control. That was my turn, so then it became... where are they? Ah, there we are. Chaos.
Yes. After the semi-successful, though not producing attack with the chair, the goblins will restack and attempt to reach their way out of the doors that are besides them.
You're just trying to leave?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me 3 goblins, as the injured ones are not strong enough to push the massive doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do manage to crack it a little and start squeezing your way out.
Is that all I can do for now?
Indeed.
All right.
You spend your turn attempting to flee the scene. Let's see, who else do we have? Malik?
Yes. So, I am going to, now that we have no need for this shiny other rock that we found. The shaman is gonna chuck it at the evil chair goblins, hoping that it does some damage, just thinking it's a normal rock.
They're gonna throw another crayon at the fleeing chaos goblins.
No, we're gonna throw the explosive rock.
Oh, you're gonna throw
the
dynamite at the fleeing chaos
shaman has the
goblins.
Crayola rocks now.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Roll me 3 goblins to throw explosives, and roll me 6 goblins to dodge chaos. 2 and 2. You find that the remaining 3 of your uninjured goblins sustain injuries trying to rescue the other injured 3. And you manage to flee the arena and close the door behind you, but all 6 of your goblins are heavily wounded.
Boy.
But at least they're all alive. We return
On the edge.
to the bottom of the round. Whizzakicks.
I haven't had.
You
a
haven't.
turn yet.
My apologies, sir.
Nope, it's okay. I'm gonna get you before we even go.
Good call. Good call.
Further.
Yes.
Yep,
Good
yep.
call. Good call.
So I got that Crayola.
You've got a
crayon
Crayola.
that he threw
Yes.
me now.
A Rosola
That's-
crayon.
A Rosola crayon. Now, how many goblins does it take to hold this thing and push it on in?
I'd let you try with 2, but for accuracy, I'd say 3.
Okay, so 3 of them are gonna hold on to that and shove it in. The rest are just gonna try to chop with those swords that they gotta get.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So roll the full 6. An unfortunate 2 as Canna continues his terrible streak of rolls. Still, 2 was enough to try with the crayon, so we'll say they got the best done. They push the Rosola crayon into the wounds of the crayon dragon. Not the crayon dragon, the fucking Rosola lion. That's what it is. You don't want to fight the crayon dragon. That
sounds
thing's
scary as hell.
mean. I definitely don't want to try and draw it either. It slams in through the heavy blue wounds, and you hear it roar as pain erupts through its body. As it falls down to the ground, you see its eyes are Rosola X's. One down.
My goblins cheer.
The goblins cheer. The crowd cheers. Whizzakicks.
One down, 1 to go. It looks as though one of our contestants have fled the arena. Luckily for them, there are no rules against such, though they'll not gain any tribulations. They'll not gain any favors from the crowd for fleeing.
We move to the top of the round. Everyone but Chaos, who has exited the combat, can roll their full pool for battle. After some good rolls this time, but Stick is first.
Okay, well, seeing the Rosola lion fall over, my goblins will start moving. Is it to the left? I think it's to the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, to the. No, I'm the one at the
You're up top. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, moving. Yeah, and move downwards towards the center,
Okay.
and we're gonna take a look around. Do we see any kind of anything besides rocks and bones, or is it just rocks and bones?
You see the crayon box or the Rosola box to your left, to the west. The dead Rosola lion, and in this area, just mostly rocks.
Mostly rocks, huh? Okay, well,
Oh, and the chains.
We're a
I mean,
little-
there's the big chains here in the map.
there's big chains in the middle. Can we dislodge those chains, or?
You'd have to unravel them. You'd have to like run around the pillar to make them get some
okay.
length off of them.
Okay, maybe next time. Well, seeing the Scooby Bear in the distance, we will pick up more rocks and start chucking them.
Okay.
Cool.
Only 2. You hear some damage. This one is not as explicitly made out of Rosola wax. They don't come away looking like they did much at all. You hear a loud, kind of metallic sound as the rocks hit the body and then fall to the ground. Inside the bear, Strongjaw, you hear what sounds like stones against your animatronic body. And we move to the threes, Malik and then Canna.
Okay. So how tall are these like mountains in the gate?
Probably pretty tall for goblins, maybe like 15 feet.
Okay, so we're angry that they just threw a chair at us and left. So
Yeah.
we're going to scale the mountain and see if we can kind of see where they went.
Gotcha. Climb up this hill once more, and you can see them just outside of the gate, laying on the ground, licking their wounds.
Okay, is that my whole action for the turn?
If you want to do something simple, I will allow it. If you will do something,
I just wanna look around and see if there's any more of those shiny explosive rocks.
Definitely no more shiny explosive rocks in your area. You see other shiny rocks, like these lights we see in the map, but none of them look like they're the sticks of dynamite.
Perfect. Okay. Cool.
Okay, that means it's Canna.
Okay. So this thing's dead.
Yes.
Is it big enough for us to just like hide behind and regroup?
Oh, for sure. You could definitely hide behind it. It's like 8 feet tall.
Okay, so if there's any weapons left in that cache, we're gonna like scoop them up and then just run behind that
All right.
and regroup and do a little prayer.
Scoot
Thank
over
our
here,
God,
pray to God, and
and then coat our weapons in the red Crayola so it matches the motif.
the delicious red crayons of death. All right. It is the School Bear's turn, but the School Bear no longer has a pilot, so it is not his turn. He does not get one this round.
I thought I was.
You are, but that'll be on your turn.
Gotcha.
This was realistically, this was the pixie's turn, you know?
Makes sense, yeah.
Cool, done. Pixie's turn is gone. So I believe it's Canna? No, you already went. So is it just Strong? Need a better way to mark initiative.
Yep.
Yeah, just Strong. Or I skipped Stick. No, just Strong. Yes. All right,
All right.
you're inside of a bear.
All right. As I look around, not sure how there's a periscope or something.
There's
but did I
two
see
big
who-
eye holes in the front.
All right. Did I see who threw the rocks?
No, they would have come at your backside, so you just know that they're roughly over there.
Gotcha. So I will.
Alternatively,
do
you
my
could
best
just
to
kill
prove
the
it.
bear, quote unquote, and the arena will end as well.
Oh, then yes, I will have my entire party just jump out of it like a chest burst.
Okay. With full alien chest bursting fury, we see the school bear explode from its, what we know internally is like a chest plate, but from the outside, its fur just bursts open. And the goblin tribe leaps out unharmed. And the first battle comes to an end.
Wow! No one ever expected that! That's right, crowd, our first battle has come to an end. Thank you for joining us for this first arena, for this first competition. It looks as though we've only lost one permanent goblin. Many remain for the games. We will now adjourn for a 15-minute break. The goblins will be allowed to lick their wounds to prepare for the next of the new competitions. Goblins, we'll give you a hint. Your next battle will be about dexterity. Prepare yourselves.
The gates open, and the five groups, I guess, are hustled out of the arena and back through like the gladiators' doors. You're brought into like a large locker room style area. Several like staff members of the games hustle in. They've got large buckets of mud and blood and meat. They're pretty sure that's all goblins really want, so that's what they supply to you. And they put them down at the edge and flee the room, afraid that you might hurt them. Don't have any locker room activities.
Are we allowed to attack other people or other goblins or no? Is this like a rest and
This is probably a rest and recovery period. You're not, you can kill each other on the arena floor.
After we finish our bucket, we're just gonna kick it towards the evil chair goblins to show that we're displeased.
I see.
During the intermission, my goblins will most certainly be looking down at the Crayola marks from the injuries that they've received, in addition to the burn marks from the explosion that rocked them all, and cleaning themselves up and ensuring that they mark new tattoos and begin tattooing each other with the marks that they received from the current battle.
Preparing themselves to look even more fearsome and smearing healing muck all over their wounds.
Precisely.
Yes.
Malik's
Yeah,
the
I think-
one with the goblins that threw him in the Rizola, right? The Rizola crayon, was that you?
Oh, that threw the spear of crayon.
And helped us out.
Mhm.
Okay, so if we have like a couple extra swords or something, we'll have one of our goblins go over there and give them to him.
So the stone eaters obtain
The stone
some
eaters, yeah.
some rusty short swords.
We're very confused, but we're very thankful.
These don't taste like rock.
Yeah, they chew on them a little bit, but after one of them cuts their lip, they decide to not eat these.
A few minutes go by. The goblins are allowed to heal their wounds with the curative muck. They fill their bellies with the energy-restoring raw meats and bathe their brows in the blood of someone's foes, definitely. Maybe not theirs, but somebody's. After maybe 5 minutes go by and you start to finish up with your activities, Wizzy kicks several like bodyguards and the master of the arena, which is like the noble goblin who led last year's collective, enter the room. Well, you've done quite well this year, contestants. There are many events to come, but you've only lost one so far. Last year, many had died by now. The Rozola lion is quite fierce. We look forward to your next daring do. Now, I am here to offer to up the stakes in return for potential favors. I will grant a magical item to any goblin tribe who is willing to risk one of their own in favor of potentially obtaining this magic item. Now, I will guarantee that even if your own dies, you will still get the item. But if they are very lucky, maybe you get both. Any takers?
Let's see. This magical item, can you hit people with them?
Oh yes, you can hit them with it.
How hard can you hit them?
Well, allow me to give you a little clue. As I mentioned, the next game is based on dexterity. This will make it hard for someone to be dexterous for a brief period of time. They may find themselves tumbling to their deaths.
Well, I mean, if no one else is gonna take it, I think.
I believe that Quoke will, with the knowledge of the fact that they are already additionally dexterous, currently will attempt to claim.
Oh, don't push! Everyone may test their luck. So, two
Quoke
takers.
is willing. Yeah.
Yeah, the bolder people are gonna sit back. They're already not very dexterous, so they're looking confused. They can't eat it, so they're
True, it doesn't look like rock-shaped at all.
yeah. It's not a rock-shaped magical. item, so-
All right, so the Chaos Goblins and the Stick Goblins approach. Now, elect your most luckiest of Goblin boys and send him forward.
Yeah, that Carrie. Carrie's
As I
step.
said before, I will go with Quoke.
Carrie and Twoke approach. Excellent. Now,
I will grant unto you this stick. If you choose the correct end, you will obtain the magic stick. If you choose the wrong end, you will obtain the pointy stick. You don't want the pointy stick. Go! Roll 1 goblins, each of you.
But yeah,
Stick got the magic stick. Chaos got the pointy stick. Chaos, Twoke approaches, feeling confident, knowing that the gods are on his side, chooses the wrong end of the stick and attempts to wave it around like it's supposed to be magical. And instead, it bursts a spear's sharp, deadly point directly through his midsection. Twoke gasps and dies there on the floor.
my frog.
Your frog has died. Stick! Carrie approaches, feeling confident that the gods are on his side, and is rewarded with correctness as he waves the stick, and a powerful blast of wind issues forth from the other end.
Huh. I don't know how you can hit people with wind, but okay, yeah, sure, let's go with it.
Well, watch! And he takes the stick from you and turns it towards Carrie and presses the magic button, and Carrie tumbles across the room from the force of the wind. See?
Okay. Well, Carrie stands back up and, well, he's a believer now in the wind stick and will carry it forward with much caution.
As he should be. Make sure it's facing the right direction.
Sure.
Now, it's time for the next game.
The 5 of you return to the arena and walk across the bloodied gladiatorial fields to enter the acid race. Here we see narrow bridges, pools of deadly acid, and what appears to be some sort of closed or locked box at the center. You may only reach the box by jumping from one of the 4 points where there is a trampoline that will get you over the remaining acid pools. So you must reach one of these 4 spots in order to reach the center, and to get there you must jump successfully. So you'll need at least some amount of success once you've reached this point. You may move approximately 1 length or section of bridge. You can see the sections as they like turns and connects per action or round. I only have 4 entry points. I'm going to put you... actually, you know what we'll do. Who is this? Who is the arrow goblin? That was
me.
Yes. All right. Roll 4 goblins for me.
Goblins? 1 success.
All right. That's fine. You are here with the chaos goblins. So you will have to fight for position.
This is going to be spicy.
Well, the 4 of you. Let me make it bigger so that the stream can see all the goblins. Is it visible? Yes. Now I can zoom some. Zoom. Okay. There. All right.
Welcome back to the 31st Annual Goblin Games. We're looking forward to a second round with some high-intensity, death-defying antics. That's right, we're entering the acid pits. The acid race is one of our long-storied, well-traveled events. This appears in every game, so alongside the gladiatorial pits. These first 2 rounds are everyone's favorites, so we always bring them back. We make sure that the goblins will definitely fall a little bit. That's right, folks. Crowd, if you're listening and you've never been to the Goblin Games before, it looks like this wood and race is a sturdy path to safety unless something weird were to happen, but it's not. Many of those boards are false. They'll have to travel each of the bridges, never knowing if any misstep might lead to their doom. And little do they know that embedded within the wood itself are angry termites. That's right, angry termites that have been specially trained to desire goblin flesh. So, should they find themselves in the wrong position, they may find themselves without feet. Let's get the game started!
We see, entering now, the Goblin Tribes. Ooh, looks like someone died. Someone took a little Faustian bargain and came up short. Oh, those poor Chaos Goblins. They thought they had all 6 of their brothers, but they've lost. Twoke. Maybe they'll survive. Maybe they won't. We'll see. The group of you enter. You're spread out to your varied positions. And the 2 of you who have to jockey for it are set off to the side of a platform. We'll see who the initiative favors. I will use this to mark initiative so that it's easier for me to find. I need 1 goblins as we move to the beginning of a new round. Of a new event, rather. 1 goblins from everybody. Oh my. Oh my. Chaos Goblins, eager to make up for their disfavor from the gods, find the ability to go first amongst all other contestants.
Although perhaps it may be the exact opposite of the correct thing to do in this situation, as it logically makes no sense, my goblins will all stack up once again. And take the platform in front of us and move to the, I will say, I don't know if I can mark it for you, but the left platform of the 2 closest to us. The one that requires running over an acid pit.
So you're gonna try and head for this one.
If that is the furthest I can travel, yes.
Yeah, you can travel 1 section. So it'll be like, if you're going straight, it'd be here. If you're going left, it's here.
I shall go left to that, yes.
All right. You jump up and you sprint down the first section. Make me a full pool of goblins, which for you is now just 5.
Yep.
4 successes, you easily dodge over the illusory boards and discover, for the first time in character, that some of the boards are not just illusory. Some of the boards are spicy, and they hurt your feet. And you look down closely when you stop the end of your section and see the goblin flesh termites.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Then, as we come to the center of the round, we see murder holes opening up from the wall. Oh no, it looks as though there are archers hidden within the walls. What do we do? I need everyone in the game to roll me their full pool. Excellent. You are all very quick to take note of the archers. Goblins, very eager to not get shot full of tiny pointy ouchies. As the arrows rain through the area, you all dodge deftly, and no one takes an injury. We move into the zeros. Strong.
Alright. We are going to have our shaman in the middle of the pack, keeping a keen eye, hoping to spot any traps. But other than that, everyone else is full force just going. And they will turn towards the right when they get to this fork in the road.
I will remember with my brain. This one.
Correct.
Yes! Brain full of holes. Go ahead and roll that full goblin pack. See if you have any mishaps on your bridge. A 0 from 6! This is the worst!
Oh.
I think you're the only one who's done that twice now. So yes, you find a large pack of illusory boards, and one of your goblins finds themselves dangling for their life above the acid pool. You may either lose this goblin and continue forward or lose your progress to take the time to save him.
Oh, without even a second look, they're just avoid this one goblin and he's gone.
Okay. Plummeting to his death, we hear the birds are melting! What a world! What a world! As he dies a horrifying acid death. We move forward to Malik.
Okay, so they are going. So question: is there any elevation changes, or is this just a flat bridge?
Let's assume no elevation.
No elevation. Okay. So they are gonna force Scrug, the smallest of them, to roll forward and kind of scout out to see if there's any trap, anything that hurts him. We're willing to sacrifice the small one.
Okay. Are you bottom left?
I'm top left.
Top left. Oh, you were sharing with Chaos.
Yes. Would I
Oh.
notice anything from his?
Yes, I think you have the special gain of having seen him unnecessarily, it looked like, jump over several of the planks. So we'll give you a single like a +1 here on the avoidance of death.
Should I roll 1 or 5?
You're gonna roll 5, but if you if you roll a 0, you won't get all right, you're good there. Are you following Chaos, or are you taking your own path?
Yeah, we're gonna follow him.
Oh, trying to stir up some trouble here. The two of you come into contact, and there's only room for one in this Highlander. So I need the both of you to roll a full pool.
No.
Oh no, indeed. The totems turn around and see that their path is trying to be usurped. They may take one of two opportunities. You may essentially start a fight, and the next turn you'll spend in combat, potentially dealing lethal damage to one another. Or you may shunt them off, like damage your bridge and make it unpassable to them.
If nature has taught us anything, there's two things in this world, and it's predators and prey.
Yes.
So we do that.
You're gonna start a fight?
Absolutely.
Okay. You followed them on. They've turned around and have decided that the only path forward is death. So, on the next initiative round, the two of you will be rolling in combat. That takes me to Stick.
Question about the wind stick and how it kind of blew Carrie away.
Yes.
How far can you blow someone away?
If you... From where you are, you're top right, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. From where you are, it probably would not be terribly effective against either of those groups. But if you were to take their path and approach, you would have great effectiveness over there.
Right. Okay, that's just what I wanted to know. Let's see. I think the boys will have Carrie in the front with the wind stick and have Barry, the shaman, in the middle. And we'll march forward and
You're marching forward?
I think we'll march forward towards the chaos.
Oh, the fight.
happening over there.
Oh no.
Oh.
Maybe a little further back.
Okay, just most of the way. All right.
Right. Let me see. Okay, another question. How far of a distance is it? Because we can see the trampoline over in the distance.
It's
now.
pretty far.
It's pretty far?
Yeah.
So I couldn't theoretically blow someone over with the wind stick.
Oh, yes, I might allow that.
Okay, well, fortune favors the bold, so Carrie will take Jerry and position themselves so that Carrie is behind Jerry.
Okay.
And use the wind stick.
Alrighty.
Blow towards the trampoline.
Roll me. Let's see if there's. Yeah, just roll me half your pool, whatever that is, rounded down.
So it's 3 goblins.
3 goblins.
Come on.
2 out of 3 is pretty good. We see Carrie get blasted over the gap and land in the trampoline zone.
Okay, so Carrie's there. So now Jerry has
The wind stick, yes.
Just for future reference. So
Yes.
Carrie is there, and the other goblins are kind of just staying put.
Okay. So you've got 1 goblin in the trampoline zone, 5 on the far edge of your original bridge. As Carrie arrives in the trampoline zone, you see the trampoline is not empty as it first appeared. A shadowy figure stands up off of the trampoline itself, a dark and angry shade. Some sort of ghost seems to be guarding the trampoline, and Carrie is fighting it alone.
Oh, shh. And that's my turn.
Yes. Canna.
Okay, well, we shall line up and hold each other long ways in case anything is like, if somebody starts to tumble, we'll have, everybody attached kind of like a lifeline.
Mm-hmm.
And move as far as we can in the path.
Okay, you move to your
At a quick
first
pace.
section. No one nearby to cause problems just yet. Alright, so that'll be the end of our round, and it is now the archer's turn. All groups roll their maximum pools.
I believe I rolled mine before the.
That's
breakage.
fine.
Yep.
Okay, no 1s or 0s, so everyone still manages to avoid arrows. Now, I will make a real breakage. We will move to our next round. Everyone roll 2 goblins this time, as we slowly increment the initiative. A 0, unfortunately, for the fight starters.
Yes.
Will I get any advantage during the fight due to my 5 out of 5 roll?
You did choose to pick the fight, and you've had the 5 out of 5, but now you're going last. That's a good question. I will take into account how prepared for combat you were, should you be suffering injuries. First up is Strong.
Right, going full speed ahead towards the wall. Yeah, we're gonna hope no one else falls off.
You going where? Sorry?
Sorry, straight to the right.
This way?
I guess curving, correct.
All right, you move to the next section. Up this close, you feel as though you are in great danger from the arrows, but you are closing in on your trampoline. Malik.
Okay, are we fighting on a platform or is it just like a curve?
It's just a big section of curved bridge, but like remember that like the scale here is just that your icons are huge so that it's easy to see. In reality, you guys could fit like several of you side by side on each of these bridges.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. So there are 5 of us. So 2 of them are gonna take 2 of the others. The shaman's just gonna stand back and
Okay.
roll them like bowling balls towards this tower of goblins.
Okay, hoping to knock the pin down.
Knock them down.
Alrighty. Roll me 4. A singular disappointing success. We will see how things turn out when we get down to Chaos's turn, but it's not looking great as they only got a single among 4. Then we come around to the 1s, which is Canna.
All right. Can we see them fighting from this far away? Is it pretty distant?
It's pretty far away.
Okay. We're just gonna move up to that center chunk then where previous goblins were.
Yeah. Then we move to Stick.
Okay, well, we blast the carry over, and the others can see that shadow figure, right?
Yeah, it stood up like a big, 2D shadow.
Okay. Well, Carrie's luck had to run out eventually, so we're gonna head over to the left and towards that group of fighting goblins.
Okay.
Yeah, Carrie's on his own.
Poor
Carrie's on his own.
Carrie.
Yeah.
No.
Jerry seeing the wind stick work before, is gonna aim it at that group of, at those two groups of goblins, and just start blasting.
Okay. You're gonna start wantonly blasting. Are you gonna aim at any particular group or just hit anyone who gets hit?
Who's closer to the acid?
Chaos goblins, technically.
And chaos, there's how many chaos goblins?
5.
4?
5.
Okay. Yeah, Jerry's gonna start blasting at the chaos goblins and try and knock one into the acid.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 3 goblins. See if you can blast. Oh, 3 for 3. That's very good. A total of 4 successes coming up against the Chaos Goblins in this combat. 1 from the other group and 3 from this. We'll see how it goes at the end of the round. Chaos, you're under some siege here. You got quite a few combatants.
Unfortunately, our height and our connection to the animal spirits can overcome any number of enemies.
Yes, obviously.
So is this my turn to attempt to?
It is. It's your turn to react to combat.
Okay.
You can see the bowling ball goblin and the blast of wind are headed your way. What are you doing?
Let's see. So being blown from a distance, so jumping is probably not a good idea. But I'm getting rolled at. So standing still is probably not a great idea. I will rely off how high are the bridges from the earthy ground by the acid pools?
Pretty high. Probably like injury but not death height. And you can't reach you won't be able to reach a trampoline from the ground. You'd have to start over.
Okay, so even with stacking my goblins, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. Let's say that hypothetically the trampolines are 40 feet off the ground or some shit. You know, you gotta run the race.
All right. Then in that case, I believe my goblins will go ahead and just attempt to fall over and as a tower as a whole on top of the goblins rolling at us and seeing if we can just overpower them and attempt to dodge out of the way of the wind.
I will say that this is not a tight rolling formation. They are just tumbling at you recklessly as they're not used to this uneven bridge.
Okay.
Well, if it's reckless, then perhaps a singular falling line will dodge the majority of them.
Maybe. Okay, so your plan is to dodge with all your might? Are you doing...
It's to just simply fall towards the boulders rolling towards us and just sort of like compete with our kinetic force to see if we can hit them a little bit harder than they can hit us.
In hopes of not get blown off by the wind?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll the full pool.
Full pool.
That's only 2. So, you can either defeat the rolling boulder goblin or not suffer from the wind, but not both. Choose.
I will always choose success in combat, and I will defeat the rolling.
Okay, we see the roly boy roll up towards the pillar and even get a little bit of extra momentum from the blast of wind as it begins to slam into their side. Then the collapsing totem pillar slams down atop him, crushing into his body, and the group of both of you can roll me 1 goblins to see if the wind knocks you off.
Yeah.
Oh no! Roly boy, crushed under several foes, does not get blown away, but someone on top does, and we see him tumble towards the acid. And another goblin of the Chaos crew dies.
I may choose which one of my goblins specific, as they all have individual animals.
Up to you. We'll say your shaman was very safe because it's harder. The rules are very mean when you lose your shaman. So I'll do a D3. Who's left?
So Twoke is already dead. I will say that Tuk Tuk, the demon fae totem member, would have died in the acid. So I have an eagle bear and a wolf left.
All right, eagle bear wolf. Wolf it is. Or you're saying that the Fae is the one who just died in the acid?
The Fae is the one that just died.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So, Eagle, Bear, and Wolf live. Shaman holding up the line with his more plain tattooing. And we see the other two groups. Rolling Boulder, tiny Rolling Boulder man. He gains injured, but is not dead. And the Wind Blast, of course, is fine. We move to the bottom of the round. The arrows come out once more, and all groups need to roll their full pools.
Just move forward for a minute.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm missing two groups. Hello?
Oh, apologies.
I'm missing one groups. Who am I missing? Someone gone.
Malik, are you there?
Malik.
Oh, is it? I need to roll.
We're doing arrows.
Oh, arrows. I'm so sorry.
All right. And Malik, you're the rightmost guys, right?
I am the top.
Who is bottom right?
I am bottom right.
That's strong. Well, you luckily rolled 3. I guess you're fine. Arrows pepper the stage. Canna and Malik receive no lasting injuries, but it looks like the archers are getting more accurate. Maybe ones will not be enough anymore after this round. We move into the next round of initiative. Roll those 3 dice goblins. Yeah, 3 dice goblins. Who am I missing? Chaos. There we go. All right. We have firstest is Malik.
Okay. So 2 of my goblins are kind of tangled in that mess right now when they're fighting.
Yes.
Okay. The other 2, or the other 3, will join them, and we will chuck their boulder-like bodies at the group, hoping to hit them and knock some more off.
All right.
Not really good at hand-to-hand combat, just brute force.
Mostly just charge in and try to body slam other goblins off the scene.
Yes.
Okay. Roll your 5 goblins as you attempt to sumo with only a 2. Next up, we have 2 strong.
Hey, yeah, we're just cruising. Everyone over to the north of us is fighting.
You're headed
So
over
we're
to
just
your
gonna-
platform.
Yeah, we're just gonna get over there and prepare to use it the next turn.
Okay, you arrive and the shadow rises from the trampoline, which reminds me, we also have to catch up with Carrie. Carrie, the singular goblin, fighting a shade all by his lonesome, stands looking ready to die. Roll me 1 goblins for Carrie.
Come on, Carrie. Yeah.
Hey, Carrie manages to juke and jive just around the shade. Carrie heads over to dances around the shadow as he reaches towards some sort of mechanism at the center of the trampoline space. It looks as though it will take his turn to activate it, which normally would have been fine because the other goblins can distract the shade, but he's alone. So in that, he has to either not distract the shade and activate the mechanism, or spend his turn dodging. Which would he do?
I think he'll pick the dodge.
Okay. Carrie will attempt to live for now. That was strong, so it is now Canna.
Okay. So did we see the shade pop up?
Yes, you've
for
seen
strong?
you've seen the shade pop up for the strong goblins.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna go left. We're not gonna take the chance with the arrows. We saw how close those hit, and one just hit us pretty close by. So we're just gonna go a little bit further away to the left side and
Just gonna
prepare ourselves mentally for
head
maybe a
for
shade popping up on us.
your major section, and then
Yep.
be prepared to reach your trampoline the next turn.
Yep.
Alrighty, then we move to Stick.
Okay, well, being the chaos unfolding, two groups in front of us, we're thinking. We saw the shade attack Carrie.
Yes.
Carrie managed to dodge. So you know what? We're gonna head back to our original position across the way from the trampoline.
Start
Or, like,
making your
half-
way.
Like making our way so like we're like across the way from the trampoline.
Oh, you want to be here again?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're gonna try and send another goblin over.
Ah,
So
alrighty.
Jerry has the wind stick. Carrie's over there. We'll send Larry. He's not been doing too much. So Jerry will blast Larry over.
3 goblins.
3 goblins? Okay, come on.
2 successes, yes. Larry flies over to join Carrie atop the trampoline. Carrie and Larry need to roll 2 goblins to avoid the shade.
Okay, let's see.
Oh no! The shade manages to catch someone and begins to suck out their very souls. Carrie or Larry, I will roll to decide. Carrie, having run out of breath from dodging last turn, is now at the mercy of the shade. Not yet dead, but his soul will soon be leaving his body. We move on to Chaos.
Yes. I believe that for now, I think that we struck enough of a blow on our current combatants, and we'll attempt to move another section.
So you're gonna try and flee the combat.
If there is no disadvantage to it, yes.
You will essentially you'll be rolling to avoid their attacks because they did attack you, and if you roll more successes than they did, you will break combat and move to a section.
Perhaps instead, I believe that we will try to, one goblin at the base of the statue, now that they're laying down, will latch his feet into one of the, in between 2 of the planks, and then swing like a snake and propel the person at the top in an attempt to slap one of the round goblins off the side of the bridge.
Okay. Roll the attack pool then.
That whole pool, which is unfortunately small.
Just 4 now. But 3 successes is more than 2.
This is through.
Indeed. So, you may bash a goblin. The Roly Boys are now part of a melee, and you find yourselves betwixt each other in a scuffle. You may cause injury to 2 goblins, or attempt to kill one, but he will get a roll.
I shall attempt to murder.
Attempted murder! Roll me 1 goblins, Malik. That's a success. Only injury, sadly for the Chaos Goblins, as one of the Roly Boys takes a snake whip kick to the head, but survives.
Max, the smallest one, Scrug, and now he is out of breath, clinging onto the side.
Poor Scrug hangs dangling for his life, but not dead, as we reach the bottom of the round, I think. Yes. We do the arrow round and the shade round. The arrows roll out. Everyone roll me their full pools. 1 success is no longer good enough. Everyone got 2. Alrighty. Arrows once again dodged. Everyone feeling fine and dandy. The shades currently looking deadly at Carrie and menacingly at our Strongjaw goblins. Strongjaw goblins, roll me 2 goblins.
Alright.
A 0, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
The shade tackles one of the goblins and is looking to suck out his soul unless he can escape or be assisted in the next round. Carrie is having his soul sucked out. He is currently gaining the injured status and will have his soul sucked out the next round as well. We move on to initiative. If you have 4 goblins, which I believe everyone still has at least 4, roll me those 4 goblins for initiative. Oh no. 2 zeros. Luckily, only an initiative. Threes first, Strong.
All right. So you said one of the goblins is being strangled by the.
Yes, the Shade is looking to give him the kiss of death. But he can be rescued.
Well, yes, if all 4 of the others goblins are able to assist in breaking that up, are they able to also jump on the trampoline or no?
So the trampoline has a mechanism that must be activated in order to shoot you across. I will either let you roll all 4 to rescue him, you only need to succeed once, or you may split them 2 and 2 to try and activate the mechanism and rescue him, but you'll have less chance at both.
I will go for the 2 and 2.
Alrighty. Roll 2 goblins twice. Oh no, Strong!
Jesus.
The Kiss of Death activates as the goblins are unable to find purchase on the Shade's ephemeral body, and one goblin's life is sucked away. Bleh! Elsewhere on the trampoline, they locate the mechanism, but cannot discover the means by which it is activated at this time. They'll have to try again next time. We move forward. One more goblin down. To Malik.
Okay. Do we see any of the? Can we see Carrie and Larry?
Yes, Carrie and Larry are having a hard time over here, and everyone on the northern side of the map can see it.
Okay, so our shaman is going to scream "Wait!" and he's going to throw up a white piece of crayon that he ate earlier in his hand and hope and offer it as a peace offering to the chaos goblins, and he's going to say 2 is better than 1 in this fight.
So you're hoping to give him your magical wax rock as a peace offering to make a temporary alliance.
Yes, to beat because we see that they are losing horribly.
Indeed. We'll find out how that goes on the Chaos Goblins' turns. Next up is the Chaos Goblins.
Oh, would you look at that? I believe that we will go ahead and accept the white crayon. And after accepting it, our shaman goblin, once again, of very few words, goes and draws a white arrow on the boards, pointing in the direction of continuing in the direction we were already going, and then we'll walk a single unit to that platform.
You're gonna walk a single unit up to the next chunk?
Yes.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Let's see. I'd like to employ the strategy of making, now with 4 goblins, I will make 2 towers, and I will split half of the group and start heading towards the opposite direction.
So you're gonna send 2 goblins over here and 2 goblins over here.
Yes.
Okay. So you take the peace offering and you split your team to head in both directions.
Correct.
Alrighty.
I'm so sorry. I forgot if it's too late, let me know, but I forgot little Scrug was hanging on the side.
Oh yes, poor Scrug. But given that the Chaos Goblins did not interact in a negative way, you can certainly have pulled Scrug to safety.
Okay, cool.
All right. Your other duo will meet up with the Stick Goblins, who are slowly launching people across the gap. And we will move on to the Stick Goblins. Stick Goblins, what are you doing?
Okay, well, Harry and Larry are fighting for their lives. The others, we see the Chaos Goblin approaching, and we're a little worried because we did just blast one of their guys
It's true.
into the acid.
Yes,
But there's 4 of us, and there's only 2 of them.
indeed.
So if the 4 interact with the Chaos Goblins, do Carrie and Larry kind of just lose out on their turn, or?
Carrie is currently about to die to the kiss of death. So if Larry wants to save him, he will roll 1 goblins to try to do so. Or he can roll 1 goblins to attempt to activate the mechanism.
I would like to point out that the group approaching you, by the way, has both my shaman and the crayon in it.
Oh. Okay. Well, again, I did just blast one of you guys off the ledge, so I'm thinking you're not too happy with us. But at the same time, I did see you receive the white crayon as a peace offering. So the 4 on the bridge will kind of hold their position while Larry tries to save Carrie. Roll my 1 die.
That's a success. Larry dashes over and manages to connect with the ghostly body of the Shade, kicking him off and saving Carrie for the time being. And your other group is just waiting to see what the Chaos Goblins are doing?
Yeah.
Alrighty. We reach Kenna.
All right. Well, we're gonna make our way to the trampoline, but we're gonna be very cautious as a recluse 400-man tribe to begin with. They're watchers and observers. So as they watched Strong trigger that, it wasn't on the trampoline area already, right? It actually, there's some type of trigger that makes it appear.
Yeah, as soon as he got on the trampoline, like stepped onto the bouncy area, it rises up.
Okay, so we're just gonna walk up and not get on the trampoline. We're gonna look around for like a mechanism because we've been seeing them search around for something too.
Okay, so yes,
so we're gonna take a cautious approach.
On the far side, you suspect there is some sort of mechanism.
Okay, we'll go over there and inspect it, see if we can figure it out.
Okay, roll me a full pool to see if you can balance on the edge and not activate the shade. That's very successfully balanced. You find your way to the far edge and can find the area where the mechanism resides, and next turn see if you can pop it out without activating the shade once more.
Okay.
We reach the bottom of the turn. Everyone rolls me their full pools, where 2 and higher is necessary. For the arrows! Damn it! Never gonna shoot anyone! This is bullshit! We move into initiative. We are now at 5 goblins if you have 5 goblins, or full pools if you do not have 5 goblins for initiative. 6 is too many goblins, Canna.
I have 6 goblins.
That's why I said 5 or... so like if you had 4, it's your full pool.
Okay.
But if it's 5... Alright, I will delete the 6. Kapow. So, poor Canna went from good roll to 0. Malik.
Okay, we are just gonna kind of keep following behind the Chaos Goblins on the left and kind of ignore the little kerfuffle that's going on over there.
Okay.
And we're just gonna, in a straight line, very carefully watching this 2 tall tower.
Yes.
Step and kind of go through.
Yes. Which reminds me, I've forgotten one of my own mechanics. I need everyone who moved a section last turn to roll against termites, which is, I believe, the Canna Goblins and the left Chaos Goblins and the right Chaos Goblins.
I was gonna say, should I roll twice?
Yes, you should roll twice. 2 goblins apiece.
Full.
Yes.
Cool.
All right, you're fine. No termites for you. Your leftmost Chaos Goblins do find 1 termite board and do get not injured to the point that it matters, but their foot is itchy and they don't like it.
Toes have been nibbled.
Yes, nibbled toes, unpleasantly nibbled. All right, so now we're back in order proper. So it's Malik first, then it is Stick.
Okay. So Carrie and Larry are fine now.
Yes.
Right, okay. So Harry will get onto the trampoline while Larry will try and use the mechanism to launch Carrie through the center, whatever that is.
Okay.
Okay, so I just roll.
You need to roll 2 dice if you're... Well, so it's... Are you rolling 1 for the mechanism, 1 for the shade, or 2 for the mechanism, hoping you don't die to the shade?
We'll roll 2 to see if we can watch him.
Okay.
See what happens. So roll 2 dice.
Roll 2 goblins in hopes that you succeed. That's 2 successes, yes. You managed to locate the mechanism, which unlocks the like trampoline flinger as it gains bounciness. If you are able to dodge the shade this round, then you will be able to fling yourself into the central goal on the next.
Okay.
We move forward to Chaos Goblins.
Yes, and my left group of goblins will just continue to move a space forward, alongside hopefully the goblins betwixt them that have offered them a peace offering. And then my other goblin group that includes the white crayon and the shaman will offer the white crayon to the other group of goblins by extending it out towards them. In the last second before they attempt to take the peace offering, write the word dead on their chest.
With the white crayon? Oh no! Oh no! Betrayal. Roll me 2 goblins with your right chaos goblins.
2 goblins.
That's 1 success. With your remaining pool of non-carrion Larry goblins, roll me those, Stick.
That's 4.
Yes.
9.
A good roll. So, it looks as though you're going to be granted the magical wax. But at the last moment, you see betrayal in his eyes, and he manages to write D, but does not get an E or a D. And so you are not dead. You are just D.
I can live with that.
How would you like to respond to this attack, this affront? Are we starting combat?
Well, we're currently standing over a pool of acid, and I have a wind stick on me.
You do.
So Jerry, seeing the D being written on his chest, he's gonna start blasting.
All right. Next turn, we will enter into combat with the Chaos Goblins crew on the right. Then it is the end of Chaos turn. Oh wait, what did left crew do?
Left crew is advancing.
Advancing, yes. Roll 2 goblins in hopes of not finding any sort of angry. Oh no! The angry! You may survive with 1 goblin and make it to the trampoline, or not die and lose your progress. To like basically not move.
Absolutely, we're getting to the trampoline.
All right, 1 more dead, but the trampoline is secured. Then we move to who is next? Canna? No, Strong. Yes.
Be me. So currently the shade is not interrupting us, correct? It's just kind of looking menacingly.
Yes, it will attempt to do so at the end of the round, but at the moment you are not dead. You may dedicate any number of your goblins to distracting it. If you succeed, it will not attack you.
Well, since I'm on the trampoline, I can just try to escape it as well, right?
If you can activate the mechanism, you will then be able to escape next turn.
Oh, God.
Because you haven't activated the mechanism yet.
Correct. I fucked that up. Yeah, let's go again with the 2-2 split.
2-2, all right. Only 2 twice. Oh no! All right, the shade will absolutely begin attacking this turn, and you may or may not have some dead goblins in the near future as we continue to roll very disappointingly. So we now Canna.
All right. So we're gonna try to, as our little amoeba, move around there and work on the mechanism without triggering that trampoline.
Okay,
We're
roll
right there on top of it.
Roll me your pool at a -1 to avoid tripping the trampoline mechanism. That's still 2. It's good enough. That was not -1, Canna. I said -1, and then you rolled 6. That's still got 2. Okay, still good. You managed to activate the mechanism. You will next turn be able to escape across the trampoline, though technically touching the trampoline will activate the shade. It won't matter.
Okay.
All right, we're at the bottom of the round. First, everyone rolls their currently active pools to avoid arrows.
Would you like me to roll separately or just all together?
Yeah, just together's fine.
Okay.
So I'm still rolling 6, right?
Whatever your pool of living goblins is.
Okay, yeah, 6 then.
All right. Chaos goblins are rapidly dwindling as the first arrow of the entire event finally lands inside of them.
Yeah.
Who are my top left goblins? Did I skip somebody?
That is really
I was-
Oli.
Yeah, I think I'm fine because I was just following after Chaos.
Oh, right, and you got here, and then next turn you'll get here again. Okay, yeah, okay. Alrighty, so Chaos Goblins on the right, the ones that are about to start a fight with the Stick Goblins, take an arrow to the knee and are finding one of their 2 injured. We move, and oh wait, no, it's the Shade's turn. The Shade activates on the Strong Goblins and begins to attack. We'll roll a quick D4. The third of the of the Strong Goblins has been tackled by the Shade and will begin having its life force sucked away if not rescued. And then Carrie and Larry have activated, but the Shade is still attacking. Let's see. A 2, Larry, will be tackled by the Shade and have his life force begin sucked away if not rescued. Now it's the bottom of the round. We move into initiatives. Full pools, whatever they may be. Excellent. Malik, you're first.
Okay, so question: did your Chaos Goblins step actually onto the trampoline, or were they careful to be on the edge?
I believe I just stepped up to the trampoline. I haven't interacted.
Correct. Because
yet,
one of
so
them
I have-
died, he only made it to the ledge.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna follow and be careful to avoid, where he fell,
Okay.
and then I would like to make an action to push his Chaos Goblin onto the trampoline.
Betrayal! These Chaos Goblins won't be alive for much longer. Go ahead and make your roll. If that's only one, he could succeed. The Chaos Goblins will get to, on the left, the singular Chaos Goblin on the left will get to roll and see if he survives. Well, actually, he'd only activate the Shade, so he wouldn't even die. He'd just be on the trampoline.
I just wanna
Okay.
use him as bait.
Right, makes sense. Okay, Stick.
Okay. Well,
You're in combat. In 2 places.
in 2 places. So we'll start with the top. So Jerry, with the D on his chest,
Yes.
will
The great D.
will blast the goblin that took the arrow to the knee. Will blast him into the ass.
All right.
So I roll.
However many you have on that side. Oh wait, no, unless it's no more than 3 though. 'Cause that's what we were doing for the wind stick.
Okay, so I'll roll 3 then.
Yes. 1 success is not very many. He may defend himself. On the far side, Larry has been tackled by a Shade. Jerry has access to the mechanism, but would have to leave Larry behind if he were to use it.
Yeah, it's Carry on the trampoline.
Oh, Carry, yes.
But yeah, so if he activates the trampoline and launches himself into the center, that
That
That's the event,
he
right?
will escape, and your team will have will be allowed to leave the event, assuming they can get out of combat.
Oh, so even if Carrie launches himself, Larry.
Only Carrie escapes. There's a tunnel out of the event in the center.
Oh, okay, I get what you mean now. Okay. In that case, he will turn around and help his brother out.
Okay. Roll 2 goblins to rescue Larry.
Come on.
Yeah, all right. Larry is safe. The Shade is once again pushed off, and assuming he does not successfully attack you, then you'll be fine. Cool. And then in the elsewhere, we have 1 goblin's attacking Chaos, and another 1 goblin's attacking Chaos. So, Chaos Goblins, it's your turn. You are under attack on both sides.
So if I have 1 goblin that currently has to defend against the wind attack, does the other goblin, if I attempt to use both of them to survive, can I not make an attack?
Yes, you could roll 2 goblins to get a better chance at not dying.
Okay, I think I will have to do that then. my shaman shall attempt to catch the other goblin and prevent them from flying off the edge.
If your shaman is willing to use his white crayon, I will give you his survival for free.
Yes, I will use my white crayon.
All right, so you magic up a wind wall by painting a square in the air with the remaining bits of your white crayon, and the blast does not push him away. Then, on the left side, you're being shoved into the trampoline unless you can dodge.
Which I just have to roll one, I assume?
That's one goblin's.
Hiya!
Alas! One goblin pushed into the trampoline zone. The shade rises up, looking hungry. And we move to... Sorry?
I was just checking to see if I could do anything else or if that was it, if I'm just defending.
You can attempt to distract the shade, and he won't attack you. I'll let you roll. I'll let you roll one goblins.
Try. I will. Fortune favors the bold. I will attempt to hang off the side of the platform and have the shade's attention immediately be pointed towards his goblins.
You're hoping to hide and get the shade on aggro him?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Roll me one goblins.
I like it. I like it.
Hey, he dashes, like he tumbles into this thing. The shade rises, and then he shoop-de-whoops over to the ledge, dangling dangerously, but not garnering shade attention.
That is Tammy, the eagle
Yes,
goblin. For the record.
yes, makes sense. Very Tammy-like move.
Exactly.
Canna.
Okay. So all my goblins are gonna hold hands, and as one jump onto the trampoline.
Excellent.
I guess launch into the middle, and we're gonna look around and see if we're the first ones there.
Pew! You launch into the center onto a tall platform where you see a small celebratory feast. There's a bunch of almost spoiled meat, the best kind of meat. It has extra flavor, and a hatch with a ladder. You're looking around. You see all the other goblin groups appear to have not arrived yet, though several are close.
Okay, several are close. Are they within? Do I see the Chaos Goblins? Because those were the ones that we were really looking for. They were the more militaristic ones that were.
It looks like the Chaos Goblins have suffered great casualties. Tammy the Eagle is dangling. You can't see her. But the only two that you can see remaining are fighting with the Stick Goblins way back near the entrance. They're not even close to exiting and winning.
Okay. We're gonna try to hide and ambush somebody.
All right. You lay in wait, covering yourselves with almost spoiled meat so that you look enticing. Strong.
All right, I believe last turn I only have 3 left, correct?
Correct.
All right, all 3 of them are just gonna try to get this damn trampoline to work.
Okay.
And one of them's probably gonna be left behind.
But at least they'll escape with victory in their jaws. 3 goblins. That's 2 successes. You easily locate the mechanism, knowing that next turn, whoever's still alive is able to jump to safety. And we reach the bottom of the round. Arrows fly. And the Canna goblins realize the potential error in their way is that they are still arrow fodder while hanging out here. Everyone roll their full pools to avoid arrows.
Including Tammy?
Including Tammy.
Tammy, no.
Tammy, no!
Tammy's okay. Tammy's okay.
Tammy did survive. Yep, just barely.
I don't know if the one counts for that.
All right, both groups have successfully survived. Yeah, everyone looks fine. Yeah, 'cause I'm counting yours collectively, so that's 2 successes for the Chaos Goblins. So everyone's fine as we have no pure ones. The arrows, once again, ineffective. We move to the Shades. The Shades on Strongjaw's team, undistracted, will attempt the Kiss of Death on the third of the goblins. Tackled. Their soul in the balance could be rescued or left behind as a leap to safety. Larry and Carrie, did you distract me last turn or did you just escape?
Yeah, no, I managed to distract him.
All right, excellent. Yes, so you'll be fine this turn, and next turn, perhaps you will die again. We move into a new round. Everyone rolling their max pools.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay, so when my shaman immediately ate the crayons in the arena, you said he discovered the power, and he noticed that the chaos goblins were able to draw a wind wall with the crayon.
Yes.
What knowledge would he have of the crayons and their magical abilities?
I feel as though his the simplistic, even though his advanced shamanistic brain is not so bad as the rest, it's probably just that he implies that the crayons are magic and using them makes magic happen. So it's kind of like wish fulfillment if you're if you get lucky.
Okay, all right.
Alrighty, we move into initiative. We've got 4 from Canna.
Wow. Okay. Do we have is there any rocks or anything we can start chunking at these people that are fighting the shades just to mess with them too? So...
Your only weaponry at hand is spoiled meat.
All right, let's chunk some spoiled meat down at Strong.
At the Strong Crew. Okay.
Yep.
Strong Crew. Make me a 3 goblins to see if your hunger distracts you any. That's a 0. Your hunger is distracting. Oh no. So when it comes to your turn, you may find yourself hampered. We move forward to Stick.
Okay. So, Larry and Carrie are free to do as they please.
Yes.
The others are still in combat with the Chaos Goblins.
Yes, they protected themselves last round with a magical crayon nubbin.
Well, we're gonna switch targets, I think.
Okay.
And Jerry will blast the shaman.
Interesting.
Knock him off.
Oh.
That crayon's too powerful.
It is. It's too powerful of a crayon nubbin. All right, 3 goblins. That's 3 whole successes, unachievable by the Chaos Goblin duo. Well, that doesn't spell good things for them. What are Carrie and Larry doing?
There's no shade hampering them.
Not at the moment, no. If they can either choose to exit or stay around for other reasons, I guess.
Can we see into the center? Did we see
It's tall. You saw him leap up there, but it's much taller than the trampoline platform.
So we couldn't see them. Okay. Yeah, I think Barry and Larry are gonna try again with the trampoline. One on the trampoline and one to activate the mechanism.
Okay.
So that 2 goblins?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a 1 success. You are able to activate the mechanism. Have you already discovered the mechanism before, or is this the first time?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I did, but the shade kept popping back up.
Right. So yeah, you guys can escape if you want.
Yeah, so
these
I think
2.
We'll, yeah, Carrie and Larry have been here long enough.
Okay.
They're gonna try and escape.
It's purely a miracle that Carrie actually survived the entire time.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a reason he's with you.
The 2 stick goblins join the entire crew up top. And you see them now. It looks like they're grabbing fistfuls of spoiled meat and hurling it down at the strong goblins.
Oh. Hey, guys.
You also do see the escape hatch. You could just, leave and, pure safety.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, we're getting out of here.
Okay.
Carrie and Larry are gone.
Carrie and Larry dive into the hatch, escaping to safety, and have a guaranteed win from the event, regardless of what happens to the rest of the stick goblins.
My goblins kind of turn around. They're like, "Did you guys hear something?"
Eh?
What?
What? Malik.
Okay, so
You've got a shade staring at you angrily.
So we are going to make Scrug scuttle out from our group and go find the mechanism, hoping to catch the shade's attention. And then the other 4 goblins are going to put all of their might into punching the shaman in the stomach to eject all of the crayon bits that he has.
Okay.
at the plate.
Okay. Roll me one mechanism goblin and 4. Okay, you find the mechanism, and then 4 to attempt to extract crayon. And 2. Okay, you've got your crayon nubbin.
All right. We're just gonna. Oh, it's sorry.
Yeah, that's it. So you like next turn you can use the mechanism to escape, and you have a crayon nubbin if you need it for magical reasons.
Okay.
Alrighty. Chaos. Running low on goblins here. You've got your eagle who has successfully hidden, and an attack of overwhelming force headed for your shaman.
I think that my shaman, knowing that this blast is coming right for them, and she has no remaining things to do to escape the blast of the stick, that she will simply try to commit and leap into the air and see if she can get projected over to the platform. That's
a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
All right, roll me 1 goblins twice, and you have to succeed both times for your shaman. Unfortunately, not easy as fuck. Apparently, your shaman leaps into the air, attempting to fly across the gap. Now, luckily, with 1 success, he does not fall directly into the acid pool, but using his shamanistic pseudo magics, he manages to glide ever so slightly to the edge, down on the ground, where he is heavily injured but not dead. Shamans are a little special.
Well, and then with I think Tammy will just work on her arm hang time.
Okay, she continues to hide. And we move to Strongjaw. Strongjaw, you've got a shade and spoiled meat all up in your business. You can split your attention and try and find the way out still with only 1 goblins, or try and deal with your distractions with your full pool.
The only distraction I'm going to try to deal with and then try to escape on the trampoline is the shaman is going to try to stop everybody from looking at the food.
Okay.
Get them to get going.
Okay. Roll me 1 goblins to see if your shaman is extremely leadershipy. Unfortunately, your 0 streak continues, and your shaman is the one who's most distracted by the spoiled meat.
Well, shit.
Your others will have to deal with the shade together and or be distracted. So roll me 3 goblins against distractions, just to not suffer. There you go. So nobody dies this turn, but you do effectively waste the whole round trying to deal with your distractions. They do eat all of the spoiled meat in the area, so that will not be here next turn unless more gets thrown. But the shade is, of course, still a problem. And that's it. We move for arrows. Everyone roll your remaining pools against arrows. So Stick does not have a full pool anymore, as some of them have escaped.
I have 4.
Yes. Success is all around. These archers suck, apparently. Let's do full pools of initiative.
Am I still at 4 or am I back to 6?
You're 4 for the rest of this event because the 2 have escaped. Okay. That leaves us with 5 for Malik.
All right, we are going to. All 5 of my goblins are gonna just rush towards the trampoline. Or I guess Scrug's gonna pull the mechanism and just let out a screech. And, I got it. And the rest of them are gonna run past the shade if they can and jump onto the trampoline.
Okay. Trying to remember where I left you. You were the one. You're over here with the eagle, right?
Yep.
Okay. Has the mechanism on this side been found? I don't think so.
Yeah, last turn.
Last turn. Oh yeah, Scrug came over and got it solo. Very good, Scrug. Yeah. So yeah, you guys can just leap onto the mechanism or onto the trampoline. Escape. So the whole crew is going.
Yep.
All right.
We're just gonna run and jump, and we're just gonna try to get to the hatch.
All of the rock roller crew leaps up and then scoots into the hatch, leaving safely. We move on to Stick.
Okay, so the 4 left are still dealing with the Chaos Goblins. There's still just 1 left on bridge, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And then one, the shaman is
The shaman has
hanging on the edge.
is fallen down next to an acid pool, but not in one.
Right. This wind stick. It
Yes.
only blows.
It only
It can't
blows.
suck?
Correct.
There goes my plan. I was gonna suck the shaman
Into the pool.
towards me into the pool. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Today.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll try and blast the other goblin, the other chaos goblin, off the ledge.
Okay.
Okay. So that's. I never remember. It's 4 goblins.
Three.
Right?
Three for the
Three goblins.
three for the wind stick.
Okay. On.
2 successes for a single goblin. Once again, overwhelming force. We'll find out what happens on the Chaos Goblin turn. The other 2 escaped, so that's y'all. Then we've got... I've lost my initiative. There they are. Chaos Goblins.
Yes. So do you have to activate the mechanism? Do you need 2 goblins to activate the mechanism and to launch yourself?
You activate the mechanism 1 turn and launch the next turn. Your mechanism's already active.
Oh, right. Very well.
You can
then
just
Tammy
leave.
will just leave.
Yeah. All right.
He's gonna fuck
Tammy
off.
spreads her wings, leaps up to the top platform. Are you heading for the hatch, or are you doing something up here on top?
She's gonna head for the hatch while double fingering. Two middle fingers up at the goblins as she flies past.
Alrighty. A singular survivor, from most likely.
And then for the goblin that is getting launched off the side of the platform, my last attempt at surviving with more than 1 goblin will be to have the shaman attempt to movie style grab his hand
Okay.
with one hand and save him from falling into the pit of
Roll
death.
me 1 goblins. Alas, that goblin falls to the acid pit. You have a shaman who can stand up and survive here on the ground, but he will have to re-navigate the entire sequence to live.
Very well.
Is he headed back for the entry?
Sure.
Alrighty. We move on to Strongjaw. Strongjaw,
so
whose bad luck streak has gone very poorly.
Yes, it has. The trampoline is activated.
Yes,
I've just been distracted.
you've just been distracted
So-
every turn, unable to use it.
Correct. So now I will finally try to use it.
Okay. Boing, you find yourselves face to face with the Malik goblins. Or the somebody goblins. Canna goblins?
The finless goblins.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, and they've been throwing meat at them, so they've been watching them get on that. and
Yeah.
coming at them. Okay, so they have their swords out. They're ready.
Strongjaw goblins, you can either start a fight here or escape.
Oh yeah, we don't.
Yep. Let's see.
We've already taken heavy casualties. We're gonna try to slip.
You're
by
good.
them.
All right, they slide by and head down the hatch.
I need more people to die.
I was trying to kill them.
I know, but you chose distractions instead of death.
And I got poor initiative.
Yep, unfortunate initiative.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we move to last. Canna.
We're just gonna go down the hatch. We don't see anybody else except them way off in the distance. And
The stick goblins who remain, and that
grab a
one
few
chaos
pieces of
goblin.
rotted meat.
Yep.
Stuff the pockets. Give what we can.
There you go. Get a little snack, take it along. Alrighty. We move into the exterior of the turns here. Stick goblins, you're not going to have any real issues. Roll me 1 4 goblins stick to see if you have any issues at all, whistling for a not 0.
Okay, come on. It's gonna be 0.
It might
Watch,
be.
Just to screw me. Just to screw me.
That's a 2. Okay,
Okay.
so you guys are going to make the rest of your trek out through the patch. Singular Chaos Shaman. You are alone on the battlefield.
Does my shaman happen to know what would happen if I just tried to leave?
Like the whole event?
Yeah.
I think your shaman would have been informed that his life depended on his success here.
Very well. Then I shall attempt to use their best memory to
Okay.
return past the path that the
So-
other goblin they had went down.
He'll take it extra slow. Roll me a 2 goblins.
Oh Jesus.
Hey, that's 2 successes. He does manage to make it out, join up with his bro, and you are down to 2, but still have 2 at least.
I feel like that's a success.
That's something.
Of my prior,
Yeah.
you know.
So the competitors once more return to the Gladiators Hall, where they are met by Wizzikicks, Wickazix, Skizzywicks, something one of those. The cool guy who crafts cool stuff. And he shows up looking angry. But first, out on the speaker, you heard him yelling.
Oh, another event down! We never expected so many to survive so long. We're going to have to enact Special Goblin Protocol! We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Have you ever wondered what it was like to eat your own weight in macaroni? Well, we're giving away 18 lucky winners bathtubs of macaroni. That's right, sign up today for only 18 gold pieces, and you too can become a macaroni swimmer. Yeah! Elsewhere, inside the side den, a special goblin protocol has been activated. Wizzikicks, the crafter of all cool things, shows up inside looking mad, looking angry, and he says, "Too many of you have lived. This was supposed to be over sooner. We didn't actually prepare any more events. They're just illusory. You were supposed to be dead or victorious by now. So, we've activated Special Goblin Protocol. That's right. It's all over for you. I bet you didn't even know we had a protocol in place, did you? No! You're all stupid. You knew nothing. So, what we're going to do with you little, worthless little sacks of dead meat is find out who truly deserves to be the Goblin King. So, it's time. It's all over. I'm going to establish the rules. You will enter the arena once more. You will find a large box full of magical weaponry that we've filched off the humans. And each of you will get a turn at destroying one another. For everyone who survives, you get to live on. For everyone who dies, you're garbage. That's right. It's sudden death.
Wait a minute. Quick question
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Kid Hard Time. Where are these weapons? You said they're in the arena?
Yeah,
Yeah. And you said they're magical weapons?
I did, yes.
Okay. And the arena doors are open right now?
Well, you guys are in the gladiators, like resting room.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so... But if we walked out right now into the arena, the doors are open.
I mean, you definitely could just run out there immediately. I'm not saying you couldn't do that.
Okay. So this sudden death thing, the last one standing wins it all. Right. And remind me again, who made this rule? Was it you or was it?
This was always a rule. How dare you question me?
No. I'm just asking who made the rule. Was that you or was that the current leader?
It was me. I crafted the games.
Right. So, what's to stop us from just beating you up and leaving?
That is a very good and pertinent question. I am a wizard. That's what's to stop you.
Right, but there's more of us than there are of you.
No.
Faster than we could kill you.
There's way more of me, see? And you see him do some magical bullshit, and 20 Wizzikicks spread out around the room. Ha-ha!
Okay, follow-up question. Do I still have my rocks? Do we still have our rocks and bones and stuff?
No, I've taken all of your weapons from you, and you'll never find them.
Okay, so a bunch of you just spread out, but there's still you right there in the center of all of us.
No!
Here, take few steps forward and punches the wizard kicks in the center.
Ow! Stop it! And all 21 of them seem to have been struck, even though you only hit the one.
So guys,
Do I have any dynamite left? Oh no, you said it was just
I
taken.
took everything.
Correct.
So guys, how about we just, I don't know, how about we just beat up the guy and then just walk out?
Back off, fools! I cannot be defeated. I am a wizard.
Guys, I literally just punched him in the face and they
He
all
didn't.
went out.
He punched an illusion.
I would like to
All
convoke
three
the
of the
spirit
sticky
and
bandits.
attempt to use my remaining eagle to use a flying claw attack into his eyeballs.
Okay, roll 2 goblins to try and invoke your magic.
Caca! Oh shit! I'm clicking the text box. Caca!
Oh no! It's just Tammy the eagle with her fingers out in a claw-like shape. Gah! How's everyone else reacting at the moment?
All
so
three
five-
of my
sorry.
sticky bandits are just gonna do the old rough them up and just bum rush them.
Okay.
Mine are observing still. They don't know the extent of the power of wizard kicks. So
Okay.
we're just gonna observe for a moment.
All right. Everyone who's attacking, roll me your pool of however many goblins you're committing to the attack.
Yeah, all 6 are going ham.
Okay.
All of my goblins are going to stand back because they're trying to figure out how to win their weight in macaroni because they are quite large.
True. Weight and macaroni, pretty much the best prize that has ever existed.
Yes.
All right. I see 2 attackers. Is that correct? The Strongjaw goblins and the stick goblins. Chaos, you've not rolled, have you?
Oh, if I can make another one.
Yeah. So that was to invoke your magic. Now this is to attack. Okay. So I've got a paltry 6 successes. Ha! Pathetic. I cannot be beaten. There are many more of me than there are of thee. Be tired. Well, shit. The six of your successes as your 11 goblins rush forth. You find that most of the wizard kicks are in fact completely illusory, and they just blast away the moment you attack them. Several of them he did manage to duplicate, and so you've got like several different wizard kicksies to attack. But you are holding your own, surprisingly. You're definitely kind of kicking his butt a little bit, but it's not over. He's a magic user. He's a wizard. I need everyone who did not fight to roll their goblin pools.
Oh no, Canna.
Oh no, Canna.
Oh, shit, no.
Canna, you see that Wizakix is definitely winning, and if you want to come out of this with your weight in macaroni and a winner, you should probably join his side.
Are any of his illusions looking at us?
Oh yeah, they're looking at you like, help me, come on, we got him.
Yeah, that's what they were thinking to begin with anyways, because we need his power to unite the tribes.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That just seems like the logical choice.
Obviously.
So, on, the weakest of the 2 attacking you.
So Chaos Goblins?
Yeah, Chaos Goblins.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go and remove one of the competitors out right off the bat.
Malik Goblins, you have the option here. You spot that it's a ruse, that he probably will lose if nobody helps him. You could choose to go either way, or still do nothing if you prefer.
My shaman looks at the true wizard kicks and says, "If we help you, will we get macaroni?"
Yes, infinite macaroni.
All right, well, these idiot boulders are gonna roll into the fray, hoping to hit the chaos. Or I guess he already struck at the chaos.
Well, that hasn't happened yet. You're making a decision about a side, yeah.
So since we've had beefs with the chaos, we'll just roll directly at them.
All right. Someone is taking these Chaos Goblins out. We move into another round, and Wizard Kick starts and goes,
Ha! I knew I could count on you. Infinity macaroni, infinity glory. We will win the day. That's right. Come, my clones. Definitely not illusions.
and and they begin to strike out at the various attackers. So, Strong, Stick, and Chaos. Roll me 1 goblins apiece.
Oh.
Oh no.
Come on. Okay.
Of course, the Chaos
Actually did
Goblins.
Having it.
Chaos Goblins, you get one of your two, your non-shaman, gets struck across the face by a clone and finds himself injured. Strong and Stick, you are, you see what he's used his magical abilities and seems to have cast some sort of hold goblin spell, and you are down 1 from your pool until such time as the spell fades. Then we move into y'all, the trio's turn. So all 3 of you can make your attacks if you so choose, or do something else if you like.
Yeah, we're gonna continue to attack.
Get them.
Well, my specialty is thieving. Is there anything in this guy's pockets that would be helpful?
Oh, I mean, he's got a big old magic wizard staff.
Oh, yeah, let's try to wrestle that staff away from him.
Heck yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna attack 5 goblins.
Hmm.
Oh,
That's an unfortunate pair of 1s there. We will see how it goes when my attackers enter the fray. Attackers, you were both focusing the Chaos Goblins. One of them has even been weakened for you.
I would like to make my decision as well.
Yes.
As I did not decide to attack to roll, so instead, if my shaman knows anything about the spirits, is that the spirits are primal and gory and violent. And my shaman will rip out the throat of Tammy and pour her blood over her body and invoke the spirits once more in an attempt to become an all-powerful spirit caster.
I think this is a perfect usage. Roll me 6 goblins! With only a sad 2. Still better than the possibly could have got with the 1 goblin you actually have. You murder Tammy and use her ritualistic blood, Kalima, and pour it all over yourself. And we see the remaining shaman grow 3 sizes to a full human height and buff out with muscles, ready to fight. All right, attackers, you saw Chaos Goblins looking like they were down, and all of a sudden, there's just this one massive ripped dude in the middle of the room. How do you respond?
Canna, do you want to go first, or should I go first?
You can go, that's fine.
Go. Okay, so my shaman is going to throw the crayon bit that they have, and the rest, the other 4, are just going to throw the full weight of their bodies at this muscular chaos goblin.
All right.
He is all that they can see right now.
What is the magical invocation your shaman is hoping will occur? What is his dream?
The only thing that he knows is that big booms colored rock before created an explosion, so he's hoping that he can kind of
He's hoping you can conjure some dynamite with your crayon nubbin.
Yes.
All right, roll me 2 goblins to see if you can conjure dynamite. That's 2 on 2. A dynamite explosion will occur. The other 4 can also roll regular 4 goblins for their basic melees. 0. Distracted by the explosion. They don't even get anywhere nearby. Hulking Chaos Goblin. Roll me a 3 goblins to see how you deal with the explosive. That's a 1. You are going to be injured, but not out of the fight, as a magical explosion occurs near you and rebuffs some of your newly enhanced ripped form.
Very well.
Alrighty. They next up was the other attacker.
Yep. So seeing the blood and the throat being ripped out, my very religious finless tribe began to pray to Maglebayet and wish upon this world to have a battle axe that is his choice holy weapon, and maybe summon something or something similar, maybe like, something with a hand axe with a little bit of power.
Okay.
Anything. They're trying their hardest right now. And
Remind me, you don't have any crayon bits, do you?
no, I don't have any
All right,
crayon.
so you're just trying to invoke...
No, I do. I mean, I have crayon off of the construct from before that we got. That was it.
All crayons are magic crayons. We should have collected a lot more of those.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me 2 goblins to see if you can invoke magic. Unfortunately, that must have been some of the inert crayon bits. You do not gain a battle axe.
All right, well, we're gonna charge at this right leg of Chaos's human as many as we can. There's 6 of us, so we should be able to latch on and
Okay, roll me
immobilize them.
Roll me 5 goblins because your shaman is busy trying to materialize a battle axe.
Perfect.
1 paltry success. Chaos once again assaulted from in his buff human form. Obtains injury and is currently slowed, so he will be rolling only 2 goblins instead of 3 on his next turn due to his attackers. Alas. We move to the top of the round. It is Wizardkick's turn. Unless I skipped anybody? No? Yes? No? Good. All right. Ha ha ha! My allies know what it means to win. You cannot defeat me. Go, clones! Go! And I need my 3 defenders to roll their whatever their max goblin pool would be -1 as the battle wears upon them from the wizardry.
Sorry, could you remind me what you wanted us to roll?
Whoever my 3 defenders are rolling max pool -1.
Max pool -1. Alright, and then am I -1 as well because of the attack, so I'm only 1?
Yes, that is exactly where you are right now.
Alright.
Still a success. Counts. Okay. You pull it off. No one is killed or injured this turn. But we continue forward. Attackers, it is yours. Or wizard fighters, I guess.
Right. A lot of people attacking me right now. Seeing that perhaps this is the last day on their Earth, I will try to make one last ritualistic attempt. And my shaman is going to off themselves in an attempt to create some sort of insane eruption.
Oh, he's gonna suicide bomb the fight.
To suicide bomb the fight.
Okay. I think this is extremely goblin-y. Roll me a full 6 goblins.
Please, if any 6s.
Still the very sad 2. Everyone roll me their full pool, whatever it would be. And if you do not get above a 2, if you don't have 3 or higher, you will suffer. Oh, that's everyone but Malik.
Yes.
Malik, are you a wizard fighter or a fighter?
I'm a fight. I was attacking Chaos.
Okay, so you're one of the wizard allies. The chaos explosion goes off, and everyone who did not roll a 4 or higher, or 3 or higher, is going to suffer the consequences. Wizardkicks will roll as well. I might as well see if he, I wouldn't want to leave him out, as is fair. But also suffers. Wizardkicks, so everyone but Malik blasted back. And
whole faces of different animals exploding outward as
yes,
they
the wrath of the zoo of nature. Oh no! Many of the illusions dissipate, and he's down to just his clones. The wizard of the goblin mega tribe blasts into the wall, and we see him bleeding from many open wounds. He is nearing death and could die soon. However, everyone who did not succeed at this, which is everyone but Malik, needs to lose half their remaining goblins.
Oh, damn.
Is that rounded up or down?
You may either keep your shaman or 2 regular goblins.
Right, I am down to just my shot.
That's sometimes a worthy choice.
I'm down to 3. I survived this long, and now I'm down to 3.
Yes, well.
Barry, Larry, and Barry. The others are dead.
Poor Barry.
If I'm at 6, I just get straight 3 then, right?
Correct, you got a 3.
All
Your
right.
shaman plus 2. All right, we move to, let's see, that was Chaos, who was part of the wizard attackers. Other wizard attackers, we still have your turn, I believe?
I think so, yeah. So
Yeah.
So Wizardkicks he's hurt.
Very.
And he's close to death.
Quite.
So with my remaining goblins, we will do what our namesake does and hit wizard kicks.
Oh, you
really
hit.
hard.
Oh, you hit him hard.
As hard as we can.
Wow. Roll me 2 goblins to see if you can invoke the hit hard magics.
Okay, let's go.
You cannot. You're just gonna have to hit him hard with your regular goblin muscles. Roll me that
Okay.
3 pool.
Come on, 3.
That's 1. It's not very good. We'll have to see if you can get some help from your pal, other wizard attacker.
That would be me. My shaman will try to use his shamany magic of thievery and just try to force the staff to end in his hand.
Try and steal that wizard stick.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll 2 goblins to invoke thieving magics. That's a success. You manage from his weakened, bloodied grasp. You pull the wizard staff. No! You wouldn't die an old man his walking stick. Gotta throw in the references where you can get them. Anyways, wizard defenders. How are we doing?
My goblins were inspired by the goblininess, willing to kill one of their own and to sacrifice themselves. We are going to attack the wizard, seeing that he is obviously the weakest person here. We're just out for our own sake.
So you're switching sides.
Switching sides in true goblin fashion.
Betrayal. And what about my other wizard?
Chaos goblins taught us that well.
What about my other wizard defender?
Well, we got blasted into the wall, so we're just gonna sit there and watch how it plays out, apparently.
Okay.
We only attacked Chaos, we didn't attack anybody else.
True. Alrighty, go ahead and attack the wizard, my betrayer. 3 successes. Oh no, you lost half your goblins, didn't? Oh no, you were the survivor. Damn it! Damn it! Why would you betray me? You were the one I needed. You were my brother, Malik. You were supposed to save the force. Something. I have the high ground. 3 successes is plenty. You rush over and manage to do in the remaining life force of Whiskix. No, how could you? And he dies. Combat comes to a close. We close our Goblin Games with the victors marching out onto the battlefield, claiming their lifetime supply of macaroni from the waning Goblin King. And amongst the remaining ones of you, do you believe you would have fought it out for chiefdom, or elected one, or maybe chosen as an electorate council, maybe dissolve the great Goblin tribe? How do we feel?
We just want the macaroni.
Okay, macaroni, yes.
I think. Well, the hit hards were the ones to initiate this whole thing, so I think we wanted to dissolve this whole system. We wouldn't have attacked Wizikix if we didn't feel like this was an outdated way of doing things. So I think we're pushing to dissolve the whole system.
The hit hards are pushing for revolution and change. Anyone else?
The Finless would seek out even more unity, so they would try to become the lead and become extremely religious zealots.
So you want to become
worshiping their
king?
god. Well, there wouldn't be a king. Everybody would be listening to the god and doing their blood sacrifices
you want to become
daily and
high priest,
zealous,
the pope.
zealous,
Yeah.
Yes, that's what they would
Okay.
become. Somebody.
So yes, you want to succeed at the games and gain the political might. Okay.
We'd probably rush in right now, get the weapons, and try to kill them all.
Right. Okay. Who else? We had one more, I believe.
Yes, is the now owner of this incredible magical staff.
What about it?
He will flee to his people and attempt to become the most powerful wizard.
Okay. You obtain Wizikix's Staff of Illusions. Turns out he doesn't make anything cool at all. He was just really good at illusion magic thanks to this powerful staff. And so now you too can become the crafter of cool things. Elsewhere within the arena, we see two major factions at odds. One who wants to dissolve the entire system, and one who wants to take power and rushes on, grabbing the chest of all the magical magics.
We will side with whoever gives us all the macaroni.
Done. Easily. Yeah, take all the macaroni you want.
Or then we will go with the stick people.
Okay. Stick people plus the Malik crew. Fight it out.
I'll give you macaroni too.
Oh, shit.
Wait, now we're tied. Okay,
No,
well,
we'll give you macaroni. If that's all you want, we'll give you macaroni forever. Your kids can have macaroni. We'll make it our state food, macaroni.
Well, then we'll just sit this one out and see who wins.
Okay. Both of you can roll me just one final 6 goblins to see how it ends. Stick crew manages to overpower those who sought power, take it for themselves, destroy their aggressors, and set peace and tranquility upon the disparate goblin tribes. For but a moment, as goblins are angry, warlike, and hungry. So, 6 months later, they've all slaughtered each other, and it's back to normal until time immemorial. But, for one glorious day, there was peace among the goblins. The crowd cheers, they clap, everyone's very, yay, hooray, woo! It's great. Everyone has a great time. At least we got our macaroni. Well done, players. I hope you've had an enjoyable time. Internet, I hope you have as well. Thank you for joining us for this community one-shot. We will continue doing these at some sort of irregular basis. Those of you who might find themselves at TwitchCon next weekend, I look forward to hanging out. Those of you who are not, well, you're silly or something, I guess. I don't know. Next time, some 2 to 4 weeks from now, we will continue with one-shot madness. Thank you, Internet, and thank you, players. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.